they're not. Super with the threat and only putting on this round of
Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for you. Double kill versus Kyrie on the back of this fight. Cancel Francis forward, but she
And welcome everyone to the finals of the UK and Republic of Ireland 2022 Valorant season. I am Divin and co-casting with me is Kubli. And Kubli, we have got the rematch again. We have the Roehampton Yetis versus the Bristol Bargraves. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, seeing the rematch, I wanted to see it and I'm gonna see it tonight, that's for sure. You know, both teams, one unorthodox, one very orthodox. We've seen them do this before, but would the result be different? How do you think about that? Because honestly, I think it might be the same still.
Of course, it is different. We are going to see the best of 5 now. So it isn't a best of 3. It's a best of 5 now to see who's going to be crowned champion of the winter season. But of course, let's have a look at the brackets to see how both of these teams have actually got up. So we do see Bristol Bargraves, as you said before, beating 2 of the actual former champions. So do you think they're going to be confident coming into this game?
Oh, they definitely will, especially since they did verse the Roehampton Yetis beforehand. But maybe since it's a best of 5, you know, something might change.
100%. We do see Roehampton Yetis, of course, going into the lower bracket after last week, losing 2-1 to the Bristol Bargraves, so they do have that slight advantage. But again, Rudy, their captain, is actually back playing this week. So is that going to change the outcome of this game?
He might be the difference maker, especially being the captain. You know, maybe there was a lack of communication last time that, you know, Rudy coming back is going to fix up. And honestly, I really hope they do. Yeah,
and of course, we're going to check both rosters to see any sort of differences that they have. Of course, Bristol Bargraves coming in with their normal 5. We're going to see Slicings, Denim, Sim, Sam Wolflings and Coleman. So their usual 5, nothing different. And of course, on the other side, we do see Rudy coming in from the last time. Of course, there was a bit of replacement. So we actually have both of their normal 5s. So this is going to be a good game.
Most definitely, most definitely. And obviously, you know, you like seeing the Phoenix, and I'm sure the Roehampton Yetis won't disappoint you, especially with Jin being there. You saw him last time on that Phoenix. Oh.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, and that Sage Sheriff, the triple kill on Split, absolutely incredible. But of course, we've got to check the vetoes. It is a best of 5, so whoever wins 3 maps out of these 5 maps will be crowned champion of the winter season. So of course, we are going to be ready. We're both excited. I think everyone's excited to get this match underway. Now, the map vetoes is actually quite different. So we do see Breeze automatically being the sort of banned to start off. The map 2, you do see Lotus. We have casted Lotus before, so it was a great map, I would say.
Most definitely, especially with Haven as well being map 3, picked by the Bargraves. They showed a strong performance last time, and I think they're confident in it once again.
And we do see one of the maps that we're not too we're not too keen. I would say we're not too keen. We do love the map. It is a new map, so Sunset, of course, and of course the decider that it was the decider last time as well, which is Split. So a very unorthodox maps, I will say. Veto's, of course, Breeze, a map that, of course, we haven't seen quite a lot from both of these teams, but seeing Lotus coming in back and seeing Split, so we are going to see both of these teams clash it out. Do you think it's going to be close?
Obviously, it's going to be close. We've seen them last week. Incredibly close games. Very exciting to see. I'm expecting to see an overtime. Not too sure if it's going to happen, but I would love to personally see that happen. You know, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good match, and I just love to see it, to be honest.
Yeah, of course, we do have map 1, which is Breeze. So Breeze, again, a very unorthodox map. Of course, you have so many combos that you can go for. You can go for that double controller. You do have that Viper going through. So potentially, we might see a double controller. We might even see a double Sentinel. So what do you normally expect? Of course, we have seen Roehampton Yetis go through so many different teams and unorthodox, and we're looking to see. It's not exactly the team I would be choosing, but it's worked for them.
Most definitely. Last time, I do believe they had a Harbor, right? Or am I incorrect? No, they did have a Harbor. They had Harbor and a Viper, which, you know, it's unorthodox, but that's what they're known for. That's what they do. That's their bread and butter right there. So honestly, I am expecting to see Harbor once again. They did throw out last time. Very aggressive pushes towards mid. They like taking mid control. They like getting that early aggression, that early control that you're really looking for in those kinds of long-range maps.
Yeah, now of course map 1 Breeze, of course it is quite different because of the sort of differences in the mid. Before we have seen the old Breeze where mid was actually quite used. Now, being mid, being actually kind of split, so you're not really allowed to go towards that left side, it's actually more easier from the CT side. And we're both looking at each other as we see Ica back on that Yoru. We've loved to see it last time. He was actually one of the players from the Bristol Bargraves who went for a Yoru, then went for a Neon the straight game after, which I believe was Lotus actually. So we're gonna see it again. Now we see Modi coming in on that Jet. We've spoke about Modi so many times, and he's an absolutely insane Jet, and just a crazy player overall. Who have you got your eyes on this game?
I've got my eyes on Ica. You know, he's busting out the Yoru, and I'm really curious about what he's gonna do with it. They definitely have something cooked up, you know, and I'm planning to see something dangerous, and I hope I do. Obviously, from the side of the Yetis here, we have a bit more of a standardized comp. You know, we got the Viper, we got the Jet, we got the Sova and Sky, and we got the Cypher here. Cypher, after his buffs, right, his trips are very quick to stun people, and if you don't destroy them, they still stay there. I think his buffs were quite significant, so seeing him here, it's not really unheard of, to be honest. Both teams picking him here.
Yeah, it is not surprising. A lot of people even said he was buffed that much. He needs another nerf.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
I don't know. Of course, his trips now being much more larger than usual. But yeah, he's one of the strongest Sentinels right now, especially. But we're ready to get straight into map 1 Breeze, of course. We do have Roehampton Yetis versus the Bristol Bargraves, the rematch from last week. As you remember, last week Bristol Bargraves took it 2-1. Is it going to be different, or are Bristol Bargraves going to take it through and win that championship? We have to wait and find out, to be fair. We have been talking about that Ica Yoru. Hopefully it's going to be the game changer.
Hopefully it will. I'm putting my money on the Bargraves. I don't know about you, you know, but they've done things that I haven't really seen much before, and they've shocked me so far, and, you know, I'm a fan.
Yeah, but again, you didn't have Rudy last time. You didn't have the captain.
That is true.
The sole purpose why the team played how they played. So maybe Rudy can be that difference maker in this best of 5.
Well, let's hope he is, because if he does make a difference, a significant one at that, I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of back and forth gameplay here. Maybe some overtimes. You know, maybe some clutches. I'm sure we're going to see something great tonight.
Yeah, we're most likely we'll see overtimes. It is the best of 5,
sure.
100%. We don't expect any of these games to be close enough because we've said this so many times. It is the finals and it is the championship, and we are going to get ready for the first round, as we are going to see the Roehampton Yetis go towards sort of a mid position. Modi straight away is going to dash away, and it is going to be a mid control for the Yetis.
Early mid control here for the Yetis, as usual, very standard. It's normal procedures. A quick Viper wall from the Bargraves as well, making sure they don't get too much space. We got Modi here looking up for the peek. Oh, and Wolflings does peek and one-tap him immediately. What a great first pick for the round.
No, that is absolutely ridiculous from Saiyan Wolfling. What a shot. Literally instant frag. No more seconds or no refrag to be said, of course. That's a good start for the Yetis, of course. Saiyan Wolfling, a ridiculous shot. But now they're slowly going towards that A position, allowing Sim and Coleman to slowly walk towards that mid position, slicing with a dart towards that position, and it is gonna be Rudy all alone on that site.
Dart being destroyed immediately. Not much info gained. They do know at least 2 players are there, as Slicings does take out Rudy. Only the Yoru here left on yellow. It's looking like a tough retake with Goldo also going down, but Icar definitely not going down without a fight, taking out Sim. Coleman taking out Jin, and Ike again taking down himself. Quite a very good round from the Yetis, only losing the Sky on the attack.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very good round, of course, for them. But we are going to see, of course, the anti-eco coming in. As we said before, Saiyan Wolfling, what a shot on that first kill against Modi. Sort of that jet diff that we've been talking about. But yeah, what a good round from the Bargraves, of course, as you said before. But yeah, let's see how this anti-eco is going to go.
Most definitely him, you know, a Sheriff being bought. You know, Wolfling, he's feeling dangerous with the... He's feeling dangerous here with the Sheriff. He's keeping it from last round. He hit a nice shot, and he's feeling himself this round, that's for sure. A lot of things being tossed around at mid. That early mid control that we've been talking about is happening once again. Wolfling peeking that same angle. He's feeling himself. Knows Jin through a molly. He knows someone is there. And it's looking like Slicings does not check elbow on Goldo, gets a free pick on Denim.
Yeah, and we say that I could get a kill towards Same Wolflin as well, so that's a good round coming in from the Yetis as an eco coming through. Now Sim hasn't got any sort of idea. Slicing does get one back and Coleman, so the round has sort of calmed down for the Bargrays, but Yetis have actually had a proper chance to go around. Ica again, a double kill with the Classic. What is going on from this guy? Slicing gets another one and Slicing gets a triple kill, so a good round from the Yetis. 3 frags with just Classics.
Losing 3 to Classics there it's unheard of, to be honest. I can't believe that elbow wasn't cleared in that kind of scenario. You need someone to clear elbow, especially because the Viper did throw a molly from that position. Obviously, someone was there. You had to clear elbow there. Fortunately, it wasn't really cleared that well, and it did, eventually end up losing 3 players because of that.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, we are going to see now the Yetis going towards a full buy. So this is where it is really, really necessary that they need to get this round, because it is just Spectres and it is 1 Vandal on the side of the Bargrays. So Modi's got to go absolutely ham. And we say that as Ica gets the first frag. So already a good start coming in from the side of the Yetis. But they need more to score that first round for them.
Most definitely 1 player down here. The Sova, very crucial. We take him out as well. A lot of info coming in. That's a lot of info that's been lost from the Bargrays there. Most definitely. They still have that. They have the Euro ult here ready to go. It's looking like a bit of mid control. Dog coming out, seeing the Sova there on the left cone. Still, they're just hanging around mid here.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, after that first kill from Ica coming through, the Yetis are looking quite comfortable. But again, it is a full buy from them, so they need this round as clean as humanly possible. 5 out of 5 if it is necessary. Saint Wolflin almost getting that kill towards Jin. So quite quickly, they're going to go towards that B position from elbow. Sim is the first point of contact, but it is Modi here, and Jin is going to get that kill towards Saint Wolflin. Japanese Denim and Sim get 2 kills back.
30
so
seconds left.
Still into this round, and the spike should go down.
A 3v3 here on site. Your ult did get popped here by the Yetis. They got all the info they need to know where all players are. Ica taking down
spike
Coleman,
down,
and the teleport being thrown out. It's looking like they are getting pincered here on the site with only 14 seconds left.
Yeah, we say that, and of
10
course we are going to
left.
see the spike going down,
Spike
but Sim
planted.
gets another kill, and
1
Ica
enemy
with a beautiful
remaining.
triple kill.
Last
and it is
player
just Sim with a
standing.
beautiful kill as well. So we did a 1 versus 1. Sim is on 3 kills, and Goldo needs to do something magical for the side of the Yetis to secure their first round. All right, Bristol Bar is going to come through, and Goldo gets the last kill, and Sim a little bit of a whiff. But the first round for the Yetis finally, but 4 people down, their buy is going to be looking rough.
Most definitely Goldo with a nice flick there for the Yetis, securing that round. However, losing so many players in the process, especially since the Bargrays did have money from last round with, a bit worse equipment, that's for sure. And they still managed to pull out 4 kills, which is huge for the economy here. As you can see, Ica, he's only got a Guardian half armor. It's looking a little rough. Jin only with a Spectre. It's not looking like the best buy, and a very important round here.
Of course, we are going to see the side of Bristol Bargrays with full artillery. Of course, we are going to see the mid control again, as we've been talking about so many times. This map now is so important with that mid control that it is going to be used every now. Now, Sim has got full control of mid, and he's going to try and get something done here, while the other side are going towards more of a default position. Cypher holding B for any sort of anyone trying to get overzealous, and then Sova and Jet holding towards that A position. So very slow now from the Bargrays. They're playing quite slow, quite different from last week.
Most definitely. Maybe, it's the adaptation that they really needed, to be honest. They know the other team is aggressive. They know they go for early plays, and they're just trying to seek out any free kills they can to make the site take and the retake even better for themselves. In taking a site with 1-man advantage, it's just simpler. It's just easier. It really is. And it's what they are looking for with this early mid control. They're waiting for someone to peek, and I don't think Ica's
Watching
falling for
this
it.
spot.
He's still hiding behind that door. He's not letting anyone go through.
Yeah, Rudy, of course, has got that mid control with the Guardian, so he's going to have to hit some very hefty shots if he wants to get anything out of this round. Modi is on B site with Jin, so these two are the only people who can try and hold this site through, as the side of the Bargrays
30 seconds left.
towards that B position. The Charlton is going to go through, and now the ult is going to go through, so Jin is getting killed by Saint Wolflin, and that is already an instant frag. Rudy is another kill. Sim gets one back, and it is going to be Sim with a double kill. Rudy gets one back, and it's a 2-on-2.
Looking like a 2v2 retake here. Rudy,
Last
a bit
player
less
standing.
HP, then he
Spike
replayed.
planted.
Coleman taking
One
out
enemy
Icon,
remaining.
not to be outdone himself. Only has 46 HP on the 1v1 and slicing. Gets a nice shot, good crosshair placement, good little spray down. So what we wanted to see, that's what happened.
Yeah, what a good round from the side of the Bargrays. A very close round, I would say. Very good kills from the side of Modi and Rudy to try and hold that side, but he just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, in the third round. And it's unfortunately back to an eco for the side of the Yetis as they are 2 rounds down and they need to find something quick. Back to classics, back to sheriffs. But we've said this before, we cannot, especially a team like Yetis, to let them not surprise you, of course, with them sheriffs.
Most definitely. The Yetis here on an unfortunate bye, and the Bargrays here have a bit of cash to spare, that's for sure. Even if they lose the next couple of rounds, the economy will be looking a little clean, that is for sure. The Yetis need anything they really can get in this kind of scenario, but they are a bit dangerous with these sheriffs, especially Modi. We've seen him do some devastating things, that is for sure. Oh, and Godo gets caught out. Unfortunately, the person watching window maybe got distracted, but did get traded. Honestly, that's worth in my book. 1-for-1, especially with worse weapons. Could have been worse.
Yeah, 100%, but they're trying to get that refrag because Slicing is already towards that B position, and I don't think Rudy realizes Engine either, so they've got full B control as Jet and Sky are going to go towards that elbow position. So the spike is going to go down for the Bristol Bargrays. So Roehampton Yetis are looking, realistically speaking, for anything as Rudy gets another kill beautifully, and we've seen this guy, 2 sheriff kills already, and he's looking to get some more as the side of Yetis is slowly starting to move towards that side. Then gets 1 in the meantime, so 3 versus 2 for the side of the Bargrays. Trying to get any more kills, but Modi with a beautiful sheriff kill. It is just slicing on site. It is going to be Sky towards that elbow position. Sim needs to do something magical. He gets some damage towards both of them, and they're both very, very low. The down position is going to go through. Slicing gets 1, and Slicing gets a double. And what a round from the Bargrays.
Most definitely, the Sky there holding down mid, having the cross. Definitely, you know, less overplay however he wanted because he knew no one was behind him. So he wrapped around 4-3, getting that free kill on both Modi and Aiko there.
Yeah, of course. What a good round coming in from the side of the Bargrays. Of course, it is now a full buy coming in from the Yetis, and we see that operator from Modi. He's done a lot of things with that operator. Of course, seeing them against the Blue Jays actually in the first week, and of course against the side of Bristol Bargrays last week. So let's see if he can do more today.
Most definitely, Modi does need to pay off this operator tenfold. Unfortunately, misses the shot there. That would have been a very important pick, especially since Modi has no armor. Gets spotted by the Cypher Cam. They know he's peeking. They're not going to let him have the free pick that he really was looking for there, to be honest. And then once again, going towards mid. They love their mid control. Modi taking a bit of pre-fire. A bit unfortunate. He's backing up onto site. Icon jump spot in mid. They know people go mid all the time, and they're trying to get their info. But I'm not too sure that they got anything valuable there, to be honest, as the Bargrays are slowly pushing towards the A side here.
Yeah, and we are going to see Modi now going through. He's the only sole person right now with Rudy, but he's got an operator, so he needs to be quick with the frag because it is going to be most likely a retake if he gets nothing out of this. But they're waiting. Bristol Bargrays aren't forcing this. They're not forcing this push. They're waiting for Coleman to see if he can get anything. But now the ult is going to go through. Modi's waiting for it, but unfortunately no cigar. He needs to get a kill. He's going to get a kill, and he's going to get away from it as Rudy gets 1 more as well. And that is a good round from the Yetis to start off. Same Wolfling with the knives, absolutely deletes Modi off the system, and he's back to the lobby as it is again Same Wolfling trying to get the bomb. Denim is away as Same Wolfling, what is going on? How has this happened? Coleman gets a double kill and Same Wolfling gets another one, and Same Wolfling with a triple kill, and it was a 5 versus 3. So if they've just clutched the 3 versus 5 in a space of what, 5 seconds?
Most definitely Wolfling there with some nice placed knife shots there. Again, the operator as well, out of the hands of the Yetis. Surely that must hurt their ego and their economy there. It's quite unfortunate. A great frank from Coleman went all the way through B, all the way through CT, and then he got the 2 picks that he really needed to secure the round.
Wow, yeah, Coleman waiting patiently, even though 2 of his teammates are already out of the game, and to get those 2 kills on the people rotating was absolutely amazing. And of course, Same Wolfling with a triple kill with a Blade Storm. And we say this again, Coleman getting another kill, but now it is the turn of Modi. Ica gets one with a Sheriff. This guy has been on absolutely tear with this gun. Can he get anything more? No, he's going to TP away.
So looking like a 1-for-1 trade there for the side of the Yetis. Honestly, once again, another worth trade. They have way worse weapons. Taking down a Vandal or a Phantom is way better than losing a Classic or a Sheriff. Honestly, it was worth 2 isolated incidents, so it wasn't really any team play, but, you know, good 1v1s either way, as mid does seem to be contested quite a big bit with a dog coming through. Modi here has a timing of a lifetime, takes out Coleman and gets out for free. A great timing here from Modi.
And he almost gets a double one. Sim does get a refrag. So it is Ica timing. Oh, that was so close from Ica. What is that from him? He gets one through the wall. And even with 15 HP, the Ica's an absolute tear. He gets 2 kills right now. And Rudy gets one with the Marshall. It is just slicing in a 1 versus 2. Ica, the timing is ridiculous. Slicing gets 1. And he's going to rotate towards that B position. And it's a Sova versus Sova.
Slicing there, saw him pick up the weapon, knew he was close. Quick little pre-fire, that's all he really needed. Also throwing a dart, so no early pushes comes through to get that free plant. Unfortunately, Sova does come through and it does actually hit him. Tracks him perfectly. My goodness, a great ultimate there from Rudy, placing it on default. You know, it's honestly what you expect, and a great round from the Yetis.
Yeah, and that was a thrifty as well. That was a full eco, so what a good round coming in. But can we please talk about the shots of Ica, the shots of a lifetime? It gets through the wall. It reminds me a bit of that last week, them Sheriff shots last week, and Ica's proven himself once again.
Definitely not a one-hit wonder, that's for sure. Another repeat performance from Ica. Absolutely devastating shot through the door. That's really what opened up that round.
100%, and we are going to see coming in the 8th round, and now this is where the Yetis need to build that momentum coming through. It's only the 2nd round, and because they're on defense, of course, they've got that leverage of going into the attacking side on the 2nd half. Breeze being such a massive map, it's a lot of room for error, but also room to work with as well. But now the Bargrays are moving slowly towards that B position, where is Modi and Jin. So let's see what Jin can do in this situation.
Most definitely, both teams here have a very similar economy. Whoever wins this round is going to cripple the other team's economy, and they're going to secure another round for free, as the other team will be on an eco. A quick entry there on the side of the Bargrays, taking out Modi, not checking backside. Jin with a nice trade as he tries to hold sight, it just cannot, and it's looking like a 3v4 retake.
Yeah, it is a 3v4 retake now. Unfortunately, Jin and Modi couldn't do nothing. Sim gets another double kill, so Sim has been on it today. Ica gets 1, but with low HP, what more can he do? As Coleman dissipates him as well, and Coleman gets another kill, and a beautiful round from the side of the Bargrays to stop that momentum from getting any deeper than it meant to be.
Most definitely, the Bargrays, a classic round from them. Early aggression, you know what it is. They took that B side with quite a bit of confidence, especially taking out Modi to the side of the head. He did not expect the jet to be there. It was a very quick entry, and it's what they needed. The Yetis here, the economy is, as I said, they got crippled. It's not looking the best. Bunch of classics. It's looking like a full save, not even a Sheriff in hand.
Yeah, and of course it is, and it's just the sort of momentum, but also just the impact going through. They have no respect for the util at all. We've seen Sim literally go through the Viper Orb with literally no means to stop, and I think that's what opened the round, as we see the Trailblazer coming through from the side of the Bargrays. Jin can't really do anything more here. He's on the middle side, and nothing that he can really do. He's got classics against 5 Vandals. If somehow he even gets 1, in my opinion, to win.
I'm going to be extremely surprised if he gets a single kill here. As soon as I see that, he gets 2 through the Viper ult as well. That is impossible what he just done. Oh my days. Allows his teammates to pick up the weapons. Wolfling does get 2, but it's looking like a 3v2 retake with your ult being utilized to spam through the Viper ult, taking her out. It's only Cypher left.
And it is Coleman, a 1 versus 2, and what a round from the Yetis. 4 classics, no guns, nothing that has been invested in that round. And I think we got to say that is a caster's curse, I would say. Jin gets 2 kills with the classic, allowing Rudy to pick up a gun and allowing Ica to get a kill through the Viper's pit as well. And what a round from the Yetis. And even though they're in a deficit, that must feel good.
That round was impossible to win, and yet they pulled it out of the bag. I think, honestly, they're listening to us and they just don't want to hear us anymore. That's what they're doing. They're shutting us down. Second, we said Jin shouldn't get anything here. He gets 2. Not 1, mind you, 2. With a classic.
Wow.
Absolutely disgusting. With the Bargrays looking like a tough buy for them. But they do have a Silver ult. They might be able to utilize it to get a pick. unsure. We're going to have to see how this round plays out as Modi's looking for an early pick here on A.
Yeah, but they're already used to that, and they've already stopped it, so they understand that Modi's got that operator going back into this game because of that thrifty. But we got to realise, Barclays lose this round, they're back into an eco, and saying that, it is 6-5 if that happens, but we can't predict any rounds as Modi is the only person holding this A site with Ica and Modi holding towards sort of that, Rudy, sorry, so holding towards that mid position. Now, the Bristol Barclays, now the Vipers pick coming in from Jin, so B's most likely a no-go, so it's got to be mid, realistically speaking.
Most definitely, I would have to agree. However, I do see them slowly creeping up to the B site here. I feel like a Sova drone might be... No, they already utilized it in mid. I don't know what they are planning to do with this Viper, to be honest. Especially because it's so deep into main. They have to take so much decay damage to even see anyone to begin with. So honestly, this Skydock has to be huge to get any kind of value for the whole team grouping up B here. We do see a Sova arrow being thrown. Never mind. Decided to not use it as Viper's molly there is slowing them down significantly. Only 30 seconds left. They have to do something soon.
Yeah, and they're always going to go through, but Sim with just a Marshall, I don't know what you're thinking of doing, but St. Wolfling's going through, and Jin is just a classic god at this point. Sim gets one through, Rudy gets a trade, but Bargrays are in the site. Slicing gets one, Jin gets a refrag, so 3 versus 2. And with 12 seconds on the clock, that bomb needs to go down. Coleman is going to go through and plant this bomb, so it is a 2 versus 2. The timing could be ridiculous. Unfortunately, a missed shot from Sim, and Rudy does get a last kill, so it is just Sim in a 1 versus 2 with a Marshall. He needs to do something spectacular to keep Bargrays, and so close, gets 105 damage, and look at the HP of both the Yeti players as it is the 4th round for them.
Was literally once again another great round. Jin, honestly, a classic demon. Another kill with a classic spammed all his ammo through the smoke. He's like, you know what, I don't even need it no more. Pulls out a classic, gets the kill on the entry. Absolutely disgusting what I'm seeing here from the side of the Yetis, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it is going to be 6-4, and of course, we've said this before, every single game will be as close as it possibly gets, as we do see the Bargrays going into what we see a half buy. We are going to see Slicing actually forcing, so not too sure what they're expecting off this round. Maybe a hero guardian, maybe he wants to get something done out of it, but we are going to see Modi towards that mid position, and nobody's looking to contest that, unfortunately. Just Coleman, so if Coleman does misstep, he might be domed and back to the lobby, but Modi thinks better, so he isn't going to peek now, as we say. He's holding a very deep angle, very aggressive angle, and he's going to fall back.
A lot of utility here being used in mid, once again to slow down the push of the Bargrays. They know they like their mid, that's for sure. They only have 1 player on B, they're playing retake. They have a lot towards A, they are expecting an A push here. However, the Bargrays players are slowly pushing towards B main here. It's going to be looking like a little crunch from elbow perhaps. From Coleman, he's slowly pushing up. The other players are getting ready to attack the B site. Now, how will they be able to hold this with only a Cypher?
Yeah, and it is just Goldo. He has 2 trips, and we've seen Goldo is an amazing Cypher player, of course, from the last time. So let's see how is he going to hold this site. He's the only person. The closest person is Rudy right now. He has no idea that there's 3 people in mid, as Rudy gets one, but Sim dissipates him with the Sheriff through the smoke. St. Wolfling, we've seen him with the Blade Storm, and we see him again, getting a kill again. So it is going to be a 4 versus 3. We do see the Yetis having only 3 players, but we do see Ica, and Ica's going in deep. Ica has no fear in this man whatsoever. Sim has 18 HP. The flash is going to go through, but he's not going to check. And unfortunately, Japanese down there gets him killed. A 2 versus 4. Sim again with a Sheriff, and Sim absolutely decimates every single person. And wow, that is ridiculous.
An absolutely disgusting round from Sim. The Bargrays were on quite a sad buy there, that's for sure. They only had 1 good, decent weapon to their names, that's for sure. And, you know, they put it out of the bag, that's for sure. A very early pick there with the Jet ult. He right-clicked it. It wasn't even risking the left clicks. He knows, I'm in your face. I'm going to kill you with this, and I'm going to take your weapon right after. And that's exactly what he did. The Yetis here on half armors, and they do have full armor on Modi as he's 1 away from his ultimate. I do believe they will be trying to fight for that orb in a main.
Yeah, and we see so many of these thrifties just happening for no reason whatsoever, but we see these sheriffs going absolutely ham. Sim with a triple kill to get that thrifty, and it is down to the Yetis to get a 5th round and potentially make it close. Of course, they do have the advantage. Are they going to go to that attack side? And we say that Jin, they played so aggressive then. They literally went all the way to elbow. Jin gets another one. Slicing gets a refrag. So a 4 versus 3. Slicing's again trying to get some information with that ult, but nothing to be said. As his ult is going to go through now. Rudy's the only person on site. Gets one. Gets a double. And what a round from Rudy to get it sorted. And Rudy with a beautiful triple kill. And it is 7-5. What a close half.
An incredible hold from Rudy there. That's the captain plays right there. We were missing him last week. He's coming through this week, that's for sure. Not letting anyone get through onside. Gets one, gets two, and dodges the ult very nicely. Now, this pistol round is going to be very important here, that's for sure. As it's 5-7. If, you know, the Yetis manage to win this round, you know, they're going to secure the next one. Unless they, you know, fail it miserably. But I don't think they would, honestly, with the way they're playing tonight.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, it is the pistol round. So both of these teams need this pistol round. Of course, if we do see the side of the Yetis getting that round through, it is going to be a potentially anti-eco after, and this can potentially be 7-7. So this could become so close. Of course, we are going to see Rudy going through, getting the dart through towards that side. Same with he plays so deep. Oh, that's good damage towards Ica and Rudy. They're both so low, so they're lined up. I'm pretty sure. Same with does get dissipated, unfortunately, and Ica gets rid of Denim. So that's already side cleared.
Absolutely immaculate entry from both duelists. A shock dart doing significant damage. Rudy being 1 HP. Oh, the bounce barely misses. If he bounced it correctly, he could have gotten a double kill on Icon and Rudy. Would have been huge for this round, equalized it. But slicing don't matter. Using no util gets 2, but unfortunately, the player advantage from the start of the round was too significant for them to hack.
Yeah, and what a good round from the Yetis. Again, no fear whatsoever. Saint Wolflin had a good chance, good idea to get damage. He got a lot of damage towards Modi and Ica, but unfortunately just wasn't meant to be. And it is going to be the 6th round for the side of the Yetis and a good pistol round. But this is where it matters the most. This anti-eco, this goes through, and we are going to go into level Peggian. And we weren't surprised, were we? This is going to be, you know, just another close game between two fantastic teams. Or are these sheriffs going to go through? We've seen Sim in that last half. Can we see him again?
You know, Sim and the rest of the team, they have to pull something out of the bag, that's for sure. The Yetis need to play their advantage here very nicely to not lose any plays, so the next round can be won, you know, can at least be contested, to be honest. That's all you need. You need the next round to be contested, and that's what they need. Modi here, quick early mid info, doesn't see much, but you see Wolfling's already tucked in mid. He's waiting for them to push. He knows mid is so important on this map. They have 2 players in a little cross, and Sova top mid, jiggle peeking, making sure nothing goes through. Silver Drone is coming through, spots the door player, does not spot Wolfling. They still don't know he's there. Goldo getting a pick on a maybe overzealous Denim there, you know, peeking B main, and it does look like that pick will be transferred into a site take here.
Yeah, and it is just Slicing. So Slicing's got to go above and beyond as Ica takes another person with him. So a 5 versus 3, this should be an easy spike plant for the side of Yetis, as it is Modi on site. Ooh, very close to the head of Slicing through the smoke, as Rudy with a Pythagoras theorem type darts, as Sim gets double kills with the Sheriff. This guy is on an absolute tear. Even though he's not going to win this round, he's got 2 kills under his name, as Rudy does get another kill. But Sim, again, we've spoken about him. Even though these rounds are not going his way, he's getting his confidence up, and that's exactly what you want.
Most definitely, the Yetis doing very well to not lose a single player on the side take. However, Sim was making sure to do that economy damage. He knows he needs it, and he pulled it through. Both teams looking like a bit of a half armor buy. The Bar Greys do seem to be on top, as they all have very nice rifles. However, on the Yetis, they have 2 Sheriffs and a Bulldog instead. However, those 2 Vandals can put in some work. That's for sure, especially on this map with everyone being on half armor. The one-taps are going to go crazy, as it does look like a very quick B push is about to happen.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, it is the half buy, or I would say the bonus round for the side of Yeti. So Bristol Bar Greys, it is all up to them to make this round count. If they don't win this round, it's looking rough for their economy, and it's looking really good for the Yetis to make this combat. Unfortunately, Slicing gets one, Ica gets another one through, and Denim gets a refrag. So it is just trade galore, as a Denim gets rid of 2 players, and what a run from Viper to try and get this Bristol Bargraves back into an 8th and back to secure another round. Goldo and Jin need to get that bomb back if they want to do something. Good damage. Jin gets 1, but Same Wolfling gets 2, and it is going to be 8-7 from the Bargraves.
That quick flank from Wolfling did manage to secure that round quite easily. Very good side hold, in my opinion, to be honest, from Denim. He took out both the plays he needed to, both of the entries. He heard the TP backside. He knew Yoru was around there somewhere. Quick little peek, one tap. That's what you need to secure the round, and he did it. Now it's looking like a 8-7 with both teams once again having rifles, but Sim only having a Guardian. A bit less fruitful, in my opinion. That's for sure.
Yeah, potentially. Now, of course, it is the side of Bargraves that have won that round. Again, it is all up to them. Any team who loses round is really back into an eco, back into a half buy. So it's a very important round. The first sort of realistically full buy that we've seen from this half. So again, we are going to see that drone going through for mid. Unfortunately, not getting anyone. Let's talk about Same Wolfling getting double kills in this round to start off. And he's an absolutely maniac. Literally, look how deep he is towards that A main to get 2 kills. He's playing so aggros ridiculously. Modi's got 2 players looking at him. So realistically, he shouldn't live in this position. But we do see how good Modi is. And we say that Coleman gets rid of him. So a perfect round from the side of Bargraves.
Absolutely incredible teamwork there from Coleman. Getting another one, really going down, only Jin being left. He's going to try to get something at least out of this round. Doesn't get a single thing. Wolfling is not allowing anything to go through. 9-7 here, and Yetis are definitely going to be on an eco. It's looking a little rough for them.
Yeah, and that round was just perfect. I don't think there was any flaws in that round from the Bargraves. 3 kills from Same Wolflings, and then 2 kills from Coleman to secure that round. Literally perfect. Nothing that went wrong, and it's back into a half buy.
Coleman and Sim, great teamwork there. The second Coleman saw him on the cam, Sim launched a dog at him, then peeked with a cage to cover up any sort of firing. That was a free kill right there as he was demobilized.
And of course, we are going to see, again, the Yetis back into an eco. So it is Bargraves' chance to extend this lead into a 3-round lead. Or are Yetis going to go back into, what I would say, we call it thrifty mode, of course. There's so many thrifties going around in this game, I can't even count. So the drone for Rudy is going to go through. Same Wolfling is going to get detected, but Sim literally gets rid of Modi and Icon mid. No mid control whatsoever for you, my friend. And it is Same Wolfling trying to push the side of Yetis back into mid. And back into A main they go. And yeah, just what a run from Sim.
Most definitely. Viper Wall coming up with a cage as well. Sim getting a very aggressive angle. Goldo takes him out and gets traded by Wolfling, getting free with a spray down. My God, Wolfling is putting on a generational performance.
Wow, that is a round from Wolfling. Even though it's an eco, the precision, the spray, the crosshair placement from Wolfling is absolutely amazing. And he's one of the players that we haven't talked a lot about last week, but we're sure as hell going to speak about him today. 20-11, top of the leaderboard, and that operator is out. And on defense, that can be crucial.
Most definitely. The early picks he's been getting with that aggression, they're just going to multiply with the operator, I believe. Honestly, he only needs that one shot and he is looking for an early pick B as he senses the Yetis are coming through. Euroclone does tank the first bullet. Also tagging him. Silver coming through. Not much gained, unfortunately. Oh, St. Wolflings with a great shot with his ultimate. Coleman taking out 2. 3!
That is beyond ridiculous from St. Wolfling and Coleman. Again, the 2 duo that we've seen from the last 2 rounds. It's happening again. And 11-7, and the Yetis are crumbling. That was a full buy, and he's back to eco.
The second the Bargraves won their first round in this half, they took that momentum and they just sprinted with it. And they are definitely not letting up now. It's looking like an unfortunate buy for the Yetis. They really need to crumble some economy here. Anything, honestly. They need a round. They need the economy boost. It's looking like they're forcing to be able to get anything. As Modi does have his ultimate, they could be able to pull something out of this round.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a lot of Modi that we've seen before, and we need to. And this is exactly what the round he is, and he just gets deleted by Sim. Sim has been on an absolute tear today. Him and Same Wolfling and Coleman, literally everyone from the Bargraves' side as we are going to see Jim. Look how low he is. Sim gets another kill, and that is a perfect round again. Goldo gets one with the Stinger. Coleman is the only person on site. Sim is holding from stairs, but look how low Coleman is now. 74 HP, and Coleman needs to do something big. Slicing is there to back him up, and Slicing gets a double kill, and it is Rudy in a 1 versus 3. He's got the orb, and he's far from his ult, unfortunately, but he needs to do something magical with this Guardian. Someone on stairs. Can he get a one tap? Yes, he can. Okay, let's not let Rudy out of this round just yet. The drone is going to get him, unfortunately, but it is nothing different. It is a 1 versus 2, 85 HP, and he's going to take it slow. And the timing here, it is between life or death, and he's going to go mid. Will Rudy go B or will Rudy go A?
Honestly, I think he's taking this vent and he's going to run through mid. I don't see many options for him, and there he goes. He only has Guardian to his name. They heard the vent. They don't. Oh, Slicing is not feeling it. He might think it's a fake, giving them a 1v1 against Denim, but Denim can definitely hold his own.
100%, and Denim was really close to dying as well. He's on 25 HP as we speak, and it is map point already for the side of Bristol Bargrays. It was their map pick, and it's looking like it, of course, and it's looking like this side that we've seen last week, and we keep seeing wrapping rounds. Sam Wolfland on 22 and 12, but just looking from the team, even though Denim is only on 7 kills, he's been holding his own, and he's a Viper at the end of the day. And the other players, we have to speak about them. They're outperforming.
Most definitely, the performance here from this team is absolutely phenomenal tonight. Every single player. Oh, Jin getting 2. Slicing maybe wasn't watching the window in time for his teammate there. Wow, getting 2 very early picks. It's looking like they're going to rotate straight to A.
Yeah, that is a ridiculous round from Jin. Gets 2, and he didn't even stop spraying. That was a spray transfer that Jin absolutely got rid of it. So now Yetis have got full control of that attacking, of that A site. So Bristol Bargrays, don't know what they can do here. Coleman gets 1, but the Viper's pit is already going to go through. So I don't know how Bristol Bargrays are going to go through and try and win this round.
The Bargrays still do have a Sky ultimate. They might be able to tag something out in the Viper ult, might be able to, you know, get something here that they're really looking for. They do have money to spare, and it does look like they are going for this round with Icar being tucked into yellow. Oh, the timing of the turn is just disgusting. As Denim does take out Moldy, it's looking a lot more possible now.
Oh no, from a 5v3 to a 3 versus 2. How can this happen? As Sim gets another, and it is Rudy, and Coleman gets rid of him, and it's the first map from the Bristol Bargrays, and that was a 5 versus 3 that Jin single-handedly didn't need any help from his teammates, got 2 kills on that B side, rotated towards A, had full site control, and even though that happened, Bristol Bargrays came back.
The Bargrays showing an absolutely phenomenal performance. Did not let anything let them down. They won that first round on the second half. They took the momentum and they just ran with it.
They just ran with it, of course, from the first round where they won that. When they won that side, coming back after 2 rounds completely lost, and just racking rounds 4 or 5 in a row. And of course, map 1 breeze goes towards Bristol Bargrays, but we're going to go straight into a break as we do have map 2 Lotus. We're going to come back.
I believe before that break, we do actually have a bit of replays.
Oh, apologies. I thought we do have some replays, actually. So we are going to go through some replays of that first map, which was Breeze. Of course, apologies from my side, of course. But yeah, what a map from both sides. Of course, the first half was quite close, but in the second half, Bristol Bargrays just went through it. Of course, we are going to see one of the few first rounds coming from the side of Goldo. Just a beautiful flick on the other side. Sam Wolfland, of course, we spoke about him so much.
Just great shots coming in. Coleman as well. You know, you really can't take anyone down from the Bargrays. Oh, that shot. I know you're happy they recorded that. Disgusting that.
Yeah.
Jin getting 2 as well. What a classic. Jesus. So many great moments in the first map. We're only 1 map in.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we spoke about that Jin duo classic. Literally, as soon as I said something, he got 2 kills. But yeah, these are just clips of how good the teamwork is from the Bristol Bargrays. They're playing so well, and they're playing so well as a team. Coleman, Sim, Sam Wolfie, they're all playing as a team. And we can see about the scoreline.
Most definitely, Coleman and Sim, great synergy on A there. They're like the judge and executioner. One sets down traps, the other one, he always sits on stairs waiting to play off his teammate's Yuto. It's incredible. It's just incredible teamwork, and it shows.
Yeah, but now we're actually going to go into a break as we will get ready map 2, which is Lotus, which is actually the Yetis' side. So let's see if the Yetis come back to make it 1-1, and we'll come back with map 2.
for double kill versus Kyrie on the backside of this fight. Cancels fast forward, but she
And welcome back everyone to the finals of University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland 2023 Valorant Winter Season. It is Divin, and of course back with me it is Cubbly, my co-caster. And what a first map, 13-7 to the side of Bristol Bargrays, and map 2, the pick of Yetis, we've got Lotus.
Lotus, we have seen Lotus from them before. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them last time. They picked Neon last time, didn't really get the value that they were perhaps looking for, to be honest.
And of course, yeah, first map coming from the side of the Bristol Bargrays. But yeah, what a map from them. They did so well winning that map. That map 2, of course, Bristol Bargrays. You've said this before, and we're going to say it again. They didn't look the best on Lotus. So maybe we can see something different.
Most definitely, you know, maybe we might see a more standardized comp, but knowing the Bargrays, we're still going to see the double duelist. Let's be real with ourselves here. We've seen it before, we're going to see it again. Double duelist is just the bread and butter that they just run with.
Yeah, 100%, and I think I'm really excited to get into this game. It is Lotus, so let's see if Lotus can stand the same as Breeze. Of course, Breeze, we haven't seen a lot from both of these sides, but we've definitely seen Lotus last week. So let's see how both of these teams... Now, both of these teams have played Lotus already last week. So do you think they're going to change the comps, maybe go for something different, knowing that they've got experience and knowing that they've played each other already?
Honestly, I'm not too sure, to be honest. They might switch it up, but then again, they like sticking with their double duelist. They don't like the norm. That's what I've noticed. They really just don't like the norm. They like just being themselves and being unorthodox, and it does work for them. It really does, because teams don't really know how to adapt to them in time. You know, by the time you really get what's happening, match is already over.
Yeah, exactly. Playing an unorthodox comp, especially in this tournament, it's so I would say it's brave, really, because you're expecting teams to just go for your normal comps, your normal on-meta stuff, the normal things that you see a lot of professional teams going for. So as you said, going for a double duelist on a map like Lotus, where you would expect, I don't know, a double sentinel or a double controller, or even a double like initiator, like a sky breach. Having a sky breach on that map is like borderline ridiculous. So them going for a double duelist, it's unheard of, I would say.
Honestly, it really is unheard of, but that's the thing. The other team, they're scrimming against what they know they're going to be playing against, and I don't think they're going to be prepared for the Neon, as we do see Ica hovering it, ready to lock that in. That is for sure.
Yeah, 100%. As we see the side of the Bristol Bargrays going for their usual comp, as you said before, the double duelist is going to go through. But yeah, both of these teams, of course, Roehampton Yetis are opting for, again, that Neon, I think we've seen. But we do see that double duelist from the Bristol Bargrays. Do you think that Neon is going to do anything different from last time?
Honestly, I hope so, because last time it wasn't really the best performance. They did bring it back next game. Icar did play very well the game after that. But they kind of really do need to perform as they are a map down.
Yeah, and the map needs to come in straight away, because if they lose this map, it is a 2-0 down, and you don't want to start off this final with 2 maps down. So yeah, the Bristol Bargrays are going to start towards that attacking side, and we are going to see the Roehampton Yetis start on a defensive side. Now, looking at the defensive side of the Yetis, it is very defensive. 2 controllers, as we spoke about, it is probably the meta side of this team. Of course, the Killjoy to hold down that A position by the looks of things, and Modi with that Sky. So Modi is not opting for a duelist this game.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising, to be honest. I haven't really seen him play Sky at all, especially on this map. Having a solo duelist as Icar, especially as he's on Neon, it might be difficult to enter sites.
Yeah, and he's got to go up against a Sky like Sim, and we've seen what he can do last game, and we've seen what he can do overall. So let's see what can happen in this game. Slicings is going to be the first man of contact, as the Bargrays is going to follow his lead. And the only person, which is probably the person that you want on side, is Killjoy. Jin is the only person, so he's going to fall back. So I think they're looking for a retake here.
They most definitely are. Pop the molly there early to slow down the take, to make sure rotates come in just on time for a quick retake, actually, as he jumps down through the pit. Godo does get the first pick. Jin gets the second. Most likely going to be taken up by Wolflings, and it's looking like a 3v4.
And Ica gets one, and Modi gets another. So it is the side of Denim alone. And what a round for the side of Yetis. And yeah, that's the same thing that we've seen last time. Of course, Bristol Bargraves are just not as comfortable on this map like they will on Haven or Breeze or other maps that we've seen play them last time. And I just think this is Yeti's map. And you know, we're not gonna say anything because we know we do know the class is cursed, but we do know that Yetis look really good on this map.
Most definitely here, as the Yetis are opting for the usual strat of just dashing some Killjoy util at B, not really holding it too intently. You know, they're just playing B passively as you would. Also have a turret on C with Rudy here. Oh, a quick little double dink on both players. 2 players low already for the side take.
Yeah, of course. That's just like a double 1-2, you know. A double whammy, I would say, with 2 dinks as well. But of course, you do have the heal from Sim. So one player is back to 100 HP. But again, it is just Sheriffs. It is just classics. Anything that they can get in this map. And, you know, we keep underestimating these Sheriffs. But we know that, they, you know, especially the side of Sim, the side of Same Wolfling, what they can do with those Sheriffs. So let's see if we can see it this round.
Also, I would not count them out just yet. Skyhill once again getting utilized to heal up the Jet. The health is looking not the best, especially with the weapons they have. You really do want that full health so you can survive a couple body shots and get a nice shot on the Sheriff as they are slowly pushing up onto A.
Yeah, but now they're just going to run. Now they've heard him with 45 seconds. They've still got time to rotate, but look at the side. Look how much they've rotated. It's 4 people already on site. Now, Killjoy's opting to go towards that B position. So are they looking to break this door and go towards B, which I'm assuming is what they're doing?
Most definitely, they are setting up for a nice little B split. They're even watching the smoke go down. They have 3 players on A, only 1 on B, and the dog is coming through. They are switching up. Jin throws a molly, but gets concussed as they do have the site.
Yeah, and they're going to get sparked down, and that's already a win in my position. Slicing gets nothing, unfortunately. Same Wolfie gets nothing, unfortunately. Jin gets one as well, but Ica with the Neon. That's a good kill to start off the round, and Ica gets a double. So Sim getting one is just a bit of consulting kills, unfortunately. Rudy gets a double, and just a good round from the Yeti side. But Bargraves get the bomb down, so a few extra credits on their side, I would say.
Most definitely, the few extra credits can't hurt, especially since they bought Sheriffs. They invested a little bit into that round, and they did get it back. They did. The investment did pull through, got the bomb down. We will be looking at mostly half armor and Vandals and Phantoms.
Yeah, but a map like Lotus being so large, Spectres and Stingers normally work in close range combat. So looking at the side of Yetis and what they have, realistically, the Bargraves should be looking to get that full buy. But as you said before, look at the stack on C. I would say there's 4 players.
Something is about to happen on C, that's for sure. They have a 4-player stack with Omen as well, ready with a possible blind. This is about to be a slaughterhouse, and I can't tell for which team just yet.
I don't know, these Spectres work so good, but this is exactly what they're doing, and they're running with the Spectres. Modi gets one, and that's exactly what they wanted, but Saint Wolfling is slicing, saying, no, 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 we're going to get those kills back for you. But that is really, really good information that they've pushed towards B, but they're still waiting on 2 on C, so it is only Jin to hold this site. He has got a Spectre, and he has got all of his util, so Jin needs to do something immaculate. The door is going to open, so Jin is alone, and he's literally being surrounded by all of the players. He's going to get 1 kill to one Same Wolfling. So Jin has still got time. Oh, the timing here could be ridiculous. He's going to get killed through the smoke, potentially, if he doesn't move. The timing here. The timing! How does Jin get 1 through the smoke? That is ridiculous. Slicing gets 1 back. And there's a 2 versus 2. But how does Slicing get 1? He just 180s them. Rudy here. He's going to die, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, he isn't. He's really low. The timing here. Slicing's going to get a triple kill. Rudy with a Spectre!
Oh
the Sheriff gets a double kill. And that's the 3rd round for the Yetis.
How? What did we just witness? Absolutely disgusting from Rudy there. Getting both plays. The Bargraves even invested the race ultimate and they still lost the round. That has to be heartbreaking.
They invested everything. Vandals, utility. Look at the money. They're broke. And now for the side of Yetis, they can fall by. They can get Vandals. They can get absolutely everything. But even though we're talking about those 2 kills from Rudy, can we talk about how the 180 from Jin absolutely gets rid of Coleman completely of the lobby? Literally gets rid of him. What a round.
Most definitely, Jin being a very key player there. Popped his mollies early once again to slow down the push. That's all he's been doing. He's been slowing it down, waiting for the retake to happen, and it did spectacularly, might I add, as it does look like they are slowly pushing in to be. The Bargraves do have some shotguns here, and it does look like they want to take that early aggression and hold the entrances. As soon as I say that, Slicing does just that, takes out Ica as Denim plants.
Yeah, let's not get a what is that from Sim? I'm sorry, what? Warhacks confirmed, I would say. That is a complete ridiculous shot to go through. But yeah, as you said before, the judges, you can't really take them out yet because judges one-shot wonder. The flash is going to go through by saying Wolfling with a stinger. So what a round from the side of Bargraves. Literally lost the full buy, and now the Thrifty's going to go through. Unless Modi's got something to say. He's going to clear the corner, Denim goes through, and it is just Jin alone, unfortunately. Sorry, Rudy, I would say.
Oh my days. An incredible shot, but only 17 HP. It's looking like it's not really that possible. If he ever killed Denim there and then flicked onto Coleman, I would have absolutely lost it. 3-1 first round from the side of the Bargraves, but you know how the Bargraves are. The second they get a first round, the momentum, it just rolls down the hill, non-stop.
100%, but Rudy was so close. He got 3 kills. That was a ridiculous shot. That last one could have gotten Denim as well, but that was just about it. But yeah, what a Thrifty. We keep talking about these Thrifties before. Bargraves seem to be losing full buys, but just seem to be coming back always with these sheriffs, always with these judges, these specters, especially Sim through the smoke. That's a ridiculous shot.
Most definitely. Most of the Yetis here are converging here onto A site. They are looking for that early pick as Coleman does take the fight. Does manage to back out without too much being lost. Just a bit of armor, just a bit of health. Not much has happened as his team is slowly pushing into C. Gets slowed down by the Viper smoke and Molly. Very crucial. Viper is a controller that's very heavily used on the defensive side. A quick fight from Coleman and Goldo. Ica does trade a 4v4. Never mind, a 4v3 as Sim takes the man advantage.
Yeah, just a quick side from the side of Yetis. Literally pushed in so heavy towards A, but unfortunately does get traded by the side of Ica. So it is a good round from the side of the Bristol Bargraves, but they need more. It's still a 4 versus 3, and they're still going towards C. And we know who's on C, and we've been talking about his name quite a bit today. Modi and Jin. It is Sim, the first person. Slicing is already in. Modi needs to do something big in his place. What is that? Wolfling just jumps in and gets rid of him. That is ridiculous. Ica with the ult gets through. Jin gets another. It's a 2 versus 2. He gets dinked in this position, but still gets a kill. And that is a round that is completely ridiculous. But even though the Yetis have won, can we talk about how Same Wolfling just jumps around and one-taps him?
You know, Same Wolfling there with some very incredible movement, shooting, combination of both. Not too sure, a bit of precise gunplay, as I would say so myself. Mid-jump, throwing off the crosshair placement, and also managing to headshot the only defender on site. Absolutely disgraceful. Shameless behavior.
Moving, yeah, just a ridiculous movement, and he just moved around his crosser left, right, and center, and just gets rid of Jin in that position. But yeah, just what a round for the side of the Yetis to go through. Even though they lost a Thrifty, back into the game, the momentum goes through. We say that, and Coleman just gets rid of Jin instantly.
Coleman, being the only one with a decent weapon on his team, manages to take out one of the defenders on a very crucial pick, as the Yetis do seem to, you know, they're trying to stabilize A. They sent Omen over there, and Godo does take out Coleman. It's looking like they are still pushing A. Godo backing up. It's safe to say that he's happy with a retake, but Denim kills Modi.
Well, look at where Ica is. Ica just goes through. He's like, no, I'm getting that refrag back. So Ica, we've seen a completely different Ica, a completely different Neon from last time. He's doing absolutely amazing this game. He gets a refrag completely. But looking where Bristol is, Bristol's going to get the bomb down. So the Bargraves have got complete control of that site. So it is down to the Yetis to get back into this site. Remember, it is a half buy for the side of the Bargraves. So are we going to see another Thrifty on their side? Slicing does get a bit damaged from the toxic of Rudy, but Rudy now needs to do something big. Ica's going to get another kill towards Satan Wolfling, and Ica just moves around. He doesn't care. He has no idea. No care for the wall. Slicing gets one, and he's going to be slicing in a 1 versus 2, and Rudy does get the kill. Slicing really close, but no cigar, unfortunately.
Most definitely a great eco from the Bargraves, might I say. You know, they don't have the best weapons, and they are still taking out 4 players on a side take, that's unheard of. If they ever got Rudy to force him to use his Viper ult as well, that would have been so much value, especially for the equipment they had. And it does look like the Bargraves have a full buy for next round. However, if they lose this round, it's going to be looking a little unfortunate for the economy. Same on the side of the Yetis, actually. I thought the economy was doing a lot better, but it does seem to have equalized with the Bargraves. Whoever wins this next round, it's going to be crucial. Definitely some ults are going to be invested in.
Yeah, because looking at the deaths of score from the side of Yetis, everyone has realistically died every single round, apart from Rudy. Rudy just been the guy to clutch out these rounds. So even though they've won these rounds, there have been so many rounds where it's just been one person from the Yeti side to be alive. So the money isn't the greatest. So they need more of people to be alive. Looking at how many people was towards that C position again. We're going to see Ica slicing, though. Unfortunately, gets nobody. But some good damage towards Ica. But unfortunately, the Bargraves will need to move slowly because it is 3 people on C. And if they go towards C, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Most certainly the Bargraves, they're investing a raised grenade and a raised ultimate. Unfortunately, not really getting the kill that they were looking for. They invested the ult to get that early kill, to get the man advantage, as this round is so important to them, and they know it. And they did not get what they were looking for. Coleman is slowly edging towards a get spotted by Jin. Unfortunate right there. Jin backing off onto the side, as it does look like they are passing onto a B take.
But there's nobody on B. It is unfortunately just Goldo, and he's on elbow. And in this position, this is a good position, but it's such a bad position when you're being pushed. But as we say that, the Bargraves are going towards A, and there's literally not one person towards A. But we are going to see Jin rotate, but he's going to be too late. So again, another retake situation for the Yetis. But the Bargraves, they malfunction when it comes to a post-plant situation.
They most definitely Sim getting 2 through each other, I believe. Absolutely disgusting shot as the Bargraves do have it. They still have man advantage even after Godo, Ica, Denim get taken out. Jesus, only Rudy left, the captain. He needs to pull something out. The economy is going to be looking rough if they lose this round.
Yeah, and a 5 versus 1. So realistically speaking, Rudy needs to go for either a save or he needs to go ham right now. He jumps now. Denim's going to be ready for him. The timing. That was really clever. Even though he lost that, that's slick movement. I like that.
Quick little grab of the rope with his back leg. Did not let him to touch the floor. Made no noise, but it don't matter. Denim with a reaction time of an absolute demigod there.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, you were right. Look at the economy from Yetis. Even though they won 3 in a row, 2 in a row, it's looking rough for them. So this is where Bargraves have got the chance to start piling these rounds up, start getting closer, because we know both of these teams just go in and out of each other all the time.
Most definitely, the Bargraves were pushed, basically rolling a boulder up a mountain, and right now they're at the tipping point. They need to push it down to get that momentum throwing through, especially since the Yetis have no real weapons this round, and Coleman is ready for a push.
Yeah, but the Trailblazer is going to go through, so Coleman is the only person here right now. He gets one, but Modi gets rid of him with a classic. So, in my opinion, again, a win for the Yetis. But looking where Rudy is, he's got a Bucky! He gets one! Can he get another one? He gets a double kill with the Bucky! That is 850 credits invested, upgraded into a Vandal.
The Yetis just don't give the Bargraves any time to breathe. A Bucky getting 2 on a side take is absolutely disgusting. 2 plays slowly pushing up. I don't think they're ready for Sim. They are definitely not. As he gets 2, it's equalized.
Sim is an absolute god this game, but Modi, we've seen him with a classic. He gets a ding, so Sim is going to go through. He's looking to get it, and he gets a triple kill. So all Rudy has done, every single thing he's done this round has almost become useless. Sim with a triple kill, and it is all up to Rudy to make it a quadruple kill, to make it the 6th round for them. And Denim and Rudy are going to play together towards that position. Rudy, again, that back leg that we've been talking about, that slick movement, and they're holding double, and Rudy needs to go absolutely ridiculous! And we said this before, and we said it again! Rudy with a quadruple kill, the team leader gets a quadruple, gets 4K, gets rid of everyone in the server, and what a clutch to make it 6-2.
The Yetis are definitely not going down without a fight in this series, that is for sure. Absolutely disgusting shots from Rudy. My days. Shot one through, another quick headshot into another one. disgraceful from Rudy. Their bar grades, their money is not looking their best. Half armor, they got a Guardian. They don't even have the ult from Whiffling. He's only going to have a classic and half armor this round. Never mind, bought up a Sheriff. They are investing. They are trying their best. However, the money from the Yetis is looking way better.
Yeah, but we've said this before, even though the money's looking good, it is just Rudy clutching these rounds. He's on 3 deaths while all of his teammates are on 6 and 7. So even though the economy is decent on his side, on his teammates, it's looking very rough. So even though they won that last round, the economy is still going to be rough. So Bargraves have still got a chance, but Rudy, again, this guy is on a tear. Gets another kill. He's been getting so many entries, we might as well call him Jet.
Rudy absolutely playing duck hunt with the Bargraves here, taking them out one at a time. Sim not letting him, he's not letting him get any more than he should, realistically. He should have died a long time ago. He shouldn't have won that clutch last round, and yet he did. Sim taking out his anger a little bit there as the Bargraves are slowly pushing towards B, and they have 2 players awaiting them.
Yeah, it is Ica, and it is going to be Goldo. Now, the lockdown is going to come through from Coleman, so are they going to look to sort of follow it up with that ult, or they're going to go looking towards that C position? Because as we say that, Sim has already rotated towards that mid position, but he's already on site, as we say. Sorry, he hasn't rotated, he's already in sight. So now Ica's going to go through. Look where Ica is with the Neon! Oh, unfortunately, Sim gets one, Modi gets another, and Jin goes through. So a good round from the Yetis. It is just Coleman. What can he do in this position? The Trailblazer is going to go through. He's not going to get detained, but Goldo gets the last kill and the 7th round for the Yetis.
Most definitely Coleman there. He was looking for a flank, but unfortunately the site retake was too fast from the Yetis. He knew he either had to speed up or back out and try and help his team, and he did try to help out his team, but it was just a little too late there from Coleman as his entire team just perished before him.
Yeah, 100%. And again, looking at the stats right now, even though the Bargraves are 2 kills, Sim is just doing what Sim does, 10 kills. But yeah, we just can't allow Rudy to get any more kills, man. 13 and 4 as a Viper. As a Viper on Lotus, not even a Neon, not even a Jet, not even a Raze. A defensive controller, one of the most defensive controllers, if not the most defensive controller, to be on top of the leaderboard is ridiculous. But Ica, he's already in. He gets 1 through. Can he get anything more as he gets dissipated by Same Wolfling? Goldo is there to refrag. So a 3 versus 4 for the side of Yetis.
Well, it's definitely, they're taking aggression even though they know the other team is on an eco. They are not letting the economy ruin their game plan, that's for sure. Honestly, I'm not sure how worth that was. I mean, taking out good 2 players is very good. If he did not take out the second and it was a 1-for-1, it definitely would not have been worth, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh, and they are getting wiped out by Modi. Absolutely just walking into his crosshair. 1, 2, and 3. Did not let them go through at all.
Yeah, literally the judge, jury, and executioner all in one. Literally gets rid of 3 at the same time. And yeah, just as we said before, Yeti's just rowing through, and it's the momentum and it's the confidence I need, especially after not a great map of Breeze. Now it's a completely different story. And we said this before, I think Lotus is one of their strongest maps as well.
Most definitely, you can tell that they picked this map, and you could tell that they practiced it through and through. They have so many set plays. They have on B, they have on A, and they're ready to go no matter what. The Bargraves are gonna look to take these last couple rounds, hopefully, to maybe try and go into the defensive side with a bit more leeway.
Yeah, it is Bargraves who need 2 rounds to make anything happen. Modi gets 1, but Same Wolfling gets the refrag, and that's exactly what they need. Same Wolfling gets 2 players on that garden position. He's already on site, he's fully flashed, so he's going to get traded by Rudy, but Slicing is on there. He gets 2 kills. Rudy gets 2 as well. So it is Jin in a 1 versus 2. He's got 2 nanobots on the side to try and retake this, but is he gonna know that Coleman is in that position? And Slicing gets a triple kill, and that is a good round for the Bargraves, but they need the last one to make anything happen on that defensive side.
Most definitely, they are trying to get as many rounds as they could before they switch sides. They need a little bit more leeway on the defense. They definitely do, so they don't lose just 1 round and completely lose the entire map pick here. It is looking like a bit rough for Ica here, but he does have, Goldo actually does have 7k, and he is picking up an op here on Omen instead of dropping for Ica. Oh no, he still managed to drop 1, never mind. These guys are balling. A full buy from both sides with ults looking like on the side of the Bargraves.
Yeah, and of course, we are going to see the Bargraves 1 last shot to get in another round. as we're going to switch to the second half. So now the Bargraves are going to go literally deep towards that C position, nothing more, nothing less. Now the ult doesn't do anything, but it literally brings Rudy back into a retakeable position. So the Bargraves have got full side control, and it's a 5-on-5 retake.
5-on-5 retake here with Rudy having no armor left. Will get healed up. Still 50 health down. His molly did slow the number a little bit for the retake, but they really got to speed it up here. Oh my god, 2 kills from the side of the Bargraves. Oh my god! Ico sliding in and taking out one of those guys playing Call of Duty. A whole different ball game as Denim does manage to clean up the round from the atrocity that I have just witnessed from the side of the Yetis.
Do we have a reward in this tournament or an MVP for the most outrageous shots in this tournament? Because Ica's got to be number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. The shot on Breeze and that shot, that's Call of Duty. That isn't Valorant at all. And yeah, that should not have happened. But even though that happens, Bristol Bargraves do get the last round, 8-4. But even we said this before, Lotus is such an attacking side that Yetis have done such a good job on defensive, and now they've got leverage to make their attacking side stronger now.
Most definitely, they have a little bit of leeway here to, you know, see what they can do, to be honest, from the side of the Yetis. They have 4 rounds banked in already over the Bargraves. They can lose a couple and it wouldn't really be too bad for them. Waffling here with an early shot, not really getting what he needed, and Ico is looking to run in.
Yeah, and it is defensive for it is Ica going straight in, saying with it. Let's go 2 for the smoke. That is an absolutely ridiculous shot. Ica does get 1 through back, but Coleman gets another trade. Ica's still on this side though. Denim gets 1 back, and it is gonna be just Killjoy Jin in a 1 versus 3. But Waffling, what is that? 1 through the smoke and 1 tap as well. Jin all the time in. He doesn't get anything unfortunately, and Sim gets that last kill. But Saint Waffling, what is that?
Those shots through that one way that Denim put up was absolutely disgraceful. Wow, getting 2 or even 3 there, I'm not too sure. It was a bit disgusting. Ico did manage to get onto site without really no one noticing him, but he only really got the 1 pick. He needed to get a little bit more in that site take, and the Bargraves do have quite a decent buy here. Honestly, if they win the next round 8-6, it's looking a lot better for them.
Yeah, the Bargraves got a little bit confused when Ica entered the side. Denim was like, where is Ica? Where is he? We can't see him. And look where Ica is. He's already going in, and he was just a classic though. Even with the eco in, he's so aggressive. And that is a different Ica that we've seen from the last time he's played Neon. A complete different breed, a complete different player, complete different play style. But with just full classics, of course, in a map like Lotus, nothing that you can really do. We've got Denim and Same Wolfling towards that B position. Japanese Denim with a good flash. He gets damaged from that jumping classic. He's going to get another one. The Trailblazer is going to go through. Rudy's going to get 1. Coleman, but Jin. Oh, that is a lot of trays. Modi gets 2 with the classic, and that is ridiculous. How is this round flipped on its head? It is just slicing. He needs to clutch this round, but Modi with a triple kill. And we said this before in Breeze. He is the classic master. He gets 2 and gets a last kill with a classic, and that is a thrifty. And the economy of Bargraves is back to an eco.
What is this? What are we watching? Because honestly, I'm not too sure myself. Getting 2 with a classic, absolutely disgusting. What is with these games and classics? I just don't understand. Honestly, I wish my one worked like that in ranked.
See,
I really do.
Exactly. When I use mine in ranked, it just goes all over the shop. These guys is like a whole SMG, a whole LMG, I would say. Just complete 1 taps after 1 taps. As we are going to see, Sheriff's been investing into this round. It is back to an eco for the side of the Bargraves. But what do you really do after you just been thrifted?
Honestly, I'm 350 them back, if anything, to be honest. The Bargraves do need this round, definitely, because if they lose, it's going to be 10-5. It's going to look a little rough for them. They would have to go flawless for the rest of this map. It would be quite unfortunate. The Yetis are feeling very confident today on this map, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. As we said, that they're going to go towards that B position, and because Modi died, Same Wolfing died later on, it is side completely clear. So a 5 versus 4 retake for the Bargrays, and with just Sheriffs, they're just looking for a bit of damage, see what they can do, see if they can remove any Vandals, save any Vandals, I would say. Anything in this round is a bonus for them, but unfortunately, with no armor, again, it is a big map. Jin's gonna get a second kill on this side. Modi gets a triple kill, and it is just Sim and Slicing, see if they can do anything. But look how Yetis are playing. They're not looking for the kills, they're not looking to rush, they're just looking to play slow.
Great discipline here as Rudy takes one out, and Ica gets out another flawless round there from the Yetis. Honestly, great discipline. They took one out on B, they took B side, they did not overpush, they held their spots. It was phenomenal. It was just perfectly played, that's what it was. And now both teams here are on a buy, however the Bargrays are on half armor.
Yeah, and you just say that, look at the economy. They lose this round, it's going to be 11-5, back to an eco, or potentially having to be flawless from this on out. And yeah, Yetis haven't got the pressure. Look at the economy. They lose this round, they could buy for the next 2, I would say. So yeah, it is all pressure on the Bargrays to make this round count, and they're gonna make it count because looking at the side of the Yetis, they're gonna go straight towards that B position. Ike has already cleared most of sight, so Jin already gets rid of slicings, and Ike, oh, he could do a lot of damage here in this position. He gets one. Can he get another one towards Sim? And he clears that site. Sane Wolfling is going to go one back, but Modi trades him in a 4 versus 2.
A 4v2 here on the retake is looking a bit unfortunate for the Bargrays. They really have to pull something out. Sim is definitely looking for something here. He gets mollied off. Coleman has to get something instead, but he's jiggling. He's not really seeing much. Gets smoked off. He's peeking it. No one is holding him. Never mind. Ica turns around just in time, getting both of the last players. And it's 11-5 with the Bargrays on a very terrible buy for the next round.
Yeah, it's 11-5, and they got to go on Sheriffs. And if they don't pull a thrifty, it's 12-5, and they got 7 map points to make it 1-1. And then it's Haven, and we know how good Haven is. We all love Haven. A map similar to this, of course. Los is, of course, kind of the same construct, but not really. So yeah, I don't know, Bargrays, they gotta come up something big, and we need these Sheriffs to work.
The Yetis' economy is looking extremely good here. You know, honestly, they could lose the next 2 and they would still be perfectly fine for the 3rd. But I don't think they're going to give rounds away for free. Jin is not having it. However, does get traded by Denim there. A worth trade for the side of the Bargrays. A 1-for-1 with Sheriffs. I'd take that any day of the week.
Yeah, 100%. But you got to also think about the scoreboard. Even though it is worth it, the scoreboard isn't going to help. And as we say that, as Rudy gets rid of him. So it is going to be a 3 versus 4. Now, Denim is going to flash through, allowing his teammates from C to do anything. But Denim isn't hitting any shots. Golder's going to get rid of him. So a 4 versus 2, and he's looking pretty rough. They're going to go towards C, and it is just Coleman. And unless Coleman has got the aim of an absolute god, he's got only a Sheriff to work with, and he's alone. He gets rid of one with the nano, but they're probably going to be looking to get rid of him as the Trailblazer is going to get through to him. So it is just Coleman in a 1 versus 3, nothing to do, and it is Matt Point.
Honestly, he was in a spot where it was a death sentence, and the dogs seeing him there just sealed it in, that's for sure. 12-5 for the side of the Yetis as their Bargrays are banging up for Wolfling. It does look like they're investing their entire future into this round, and honestly, they really need to. 12-5, they need to be flawless from here on out, but the Yetis are looking a little too confident, to be honest.
Yeah, we need that operator from St. Wolfling to be turning like prime 10s, and that needs to happen now or never, because it is 12-5. Any mistake from now on, and we're going to Haven, and it is just looking like that. It looks like a complete turntable, a complete 180 from what we've seen from Breeze. And look at where Ike is going. He's literally going straight into side. He has no care for the world of any util that Killjoy is throwing. And the site is clear, and it's a 5v5 retake.
Most definitely, the Bargrays here opting to play a retake. I'm not sure how good that's going to go for them, especially since the Yetis do have a Killjoy, so they will be able to slow down the retake quite significantly, to be honest. I don't think they have the time. There goes the Killjoy, as I've stated. They are still running in.
Yeah, Slicing's going to go through. He just pressed a satchel at him. Sim's going to get rid of him. Denim gets a trade, but look where the ult is. They're not really going to do anything. Jin's going to get one, and it is, and he's going to get dissipated as well. So Coleman, unfortunately, and it looks like it is going to be the second map goes to the side of Yetis. But yeah, just what a game so far for both of these teams, unless Coleman can realistically do anything. And no, he can't. And what What a game, Kublai. What a game.
Most definitely, the Yetis there looking very confident. Aika on the Neon, definitely from his last time playing it, he learned some tips and tricks, that's for sure. Absolute great performance there. He always played with his team very nicely, always got the trade. Honestly, it was a great performance.
Yeah, 100%, and I think we're probably going to see in the replay anyway, but the Ica going through, sliding in, gets one through the wall. It gave me reminders of that last game where he shot Jin through the wall. And yeah, that's just an amazing performance from the Roehampton Yetis to get that second map. But now we're going to get ready for Haven. How do you think that's going to plan out?
Haven, honestly, it could be anyone's game. The Yetis are very aggressive, as we just saw on Lotus. So Haven might just be there as well. Oh, nice shots. This round was incredible. Ica, nice ultimate there. Honestly, it's just... Oh. Both teams definitely had their moments, but the Yetis did manage to pull through in the end. This round from Rudy was, honestly, that might have been a turning point of the entire map right there, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's most of these flags. Yeah, that's, in my opinion, the most ridiculous shot of probably the entire tournament, I would say. That is ridiculous. Even though he's moving, he doesn't care. He has no care for the world. Well, literally one bullet, one taps him through the wall. But most of these clips, realistically, was just 1v2s from Rudy. And we've been talking about that economy, that Roehampton Yetis hadn't had the best economy, but Rudy's just keep clutching those rounds, which even though they're winning rounds and even though the economy's low, they're outperforming, and they've outperformed Bristol Bargrays.
Most definitely. You could really tell that this was their map pick. A great performance from the entire team. They all knew what they were doing at all times. They had really good set plays on defense. Nice little smoke, you know, from Omen, or one way as well. Like, it was just disgusting. And it does look like we are ready for a break.
Yeah, we are ready for a break, guys. We do have map 3 Haven to get sorted, and we're going to see you guys in a bit.
You must think that I'm a restless case because I ran away, because I ran away. If you listen to the words I say, you know that I'm okay, you know it's just a phase. Don't think I'm leaving cause I'm not at all, and if you get hurt it's unintentional. I just wanted you to realize that I'm the one you like, that I'm the one you like. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? I don't know. Where do we go? Where have you missed me too? Say, have you missed me too? Was this intermission good for you? Yeah, was it good for you? Or are you just confused? Don't think I'm leaving, cause I'm not at all. So if you get hurt, it's unintentional. And I know that what I did was typical. I just needed time to show you what you got. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? A sign from you, telling me you need me here just like I do. All I ever wanted was to make it through. Tell me, how about you? How about you? So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
No, they're not. Super with the threat that only fans are putting on them this round of the
Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for the double kill points of Kyrie on the back of this fight. Cancels back and forth, and she
And welcome everyone back to the finals of University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland 2023 Valorant Winter Season. It is Divin co-casting with me, Cubley as always, and we have seen two fantastic maps and we're ready for a third one, which is Haven, which is probably the map that we're most excited to see out of this best of 5. And looking at, of course, at this video that we've seen before, map 1 was the side of Bristol Bargraves. They won their map pick. Of course, Yetis, their map pick was Lotus. They took it as well. So map 3 being Bristol Bargraves. What are you expecting to see this map?
Honestly, Haven, I'm expecting a lot more back and forth, that's for sure. The Yetis are a very known team for being extremely aggressive, and Haven being attacker-sided, that aggression is kind of what you need, to be honest. And last time, I think they won Haven, right?
100%, yeah. I'm pretty sure we did see Haven coming in from the Roehampton Yetis, I think, when they did play the Blue Jays, which, of course, Blue Jays took, but then Yetis completely flipped it from the best of 3 into a 2-1. So Yetis, even though they did lose that map against the Blue Jays, it is a completely different map. They've had time to, of course, to adjust things and to, of course, to get better. So it is going to be, of course, a very, very different map from Lotus, of course. It is still a 3-sided map, but just a complete different, much closer map, much closer choke points, much different. Of course, you do have, we would most likely expect from my end, a Killjoy again from the side of Jin, which I think we've seen plenty of. And of course, we might see a different duelist from Ica. We've seen a Neon, we've seen a Yoru. What are we going to see? Maybe, I don't know, a Phoenix? You know, we like a Phoenix, don't we?
Oh, you definitely like a Phoenix. I know that for sure. Last time we did play Phoenix as well, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, he did. He played Phoenix and he played it quite well, you know, farming that ultimate. That's what you're really looking for in Phoenix. His ultimate only being 6 points, the cheapest in the game. You know, it's just how it is. And oh, Yetis, oh, Rudy. I thought we were looking for a little breach action like we saw last time, but apparently he's blocking Reyna.
We say that, and he's probably giving that breach towards Modi, so it's really different. We've seen Yetis actually, let me point this out, we've seen them play double flash initiator. So they had no Sova, they had no information, which I think it's what costed them against Blue Jays, and they opt in it again. So that is literally the exact comp that they had 2 weeks ago when they played Blue Jays. So I don't know if they potentially practiced with the same comp, maybe scrimmed more potentially, but we do see that Killjoy and that Omen and that Jet, which is literally the most on-meta 3 that you can get. Breach, very on-meta, but you would expect a Sova instead of a Skye.
Honestly, you would, to be honest. They have a lot less info, but they have a lot more aggression and a lot more entries. That's what they're kind of looking for, to be honest. They like their swift entries, you know, they hit site fast and hard, and then they have 2-man or 1-man up for the retake, and then it's just easy pickings from then on. That's really what they're looking to do. That's why they're picking that double flash.
Yeah, and I think that's why, because they're starting on the attacking side, so they've got a lot of flash. They've got that Breach flash, which is probably the most, if not the strongest flash in the game. The Paranoia from Omen, and of course the flash from Skye. So they're going to have a lot of util to work with, and let's see how Bristol Bargrey is going to try and hold that site.
Most definitely. Bristol Bargrey, you know, they picked a more... You know, a more standardized comp, you know, as per usual. Honestly, these two teams are just going back and forth. They do have a Skye. They actually have double controller. Wait, I just realized I may have misspoke a little too early.
Maybe not as on meta as you think, as Slicing gets one already, but Ica trades him, and then he gets another one, and Ica with a double kill already quick and start through. Can he get another one? Yes, he can! A triple kill, literally only 20 seconds into the game, and Ica is already on a triple kill. So it's a 2 versus 2. Can he get another one? Yes, he can! Ica's on an absolute tear! Oh my god, gets almost a 5th, and it is Coleman. Can he make it a 1 versus 2? Can he make it a clutch for the Bristol Bargreys? As this round, I haven't even spoken, and Ica got a triple kill. So it is up to Goldo, and it is going to get that round. But can we please talk about how Ica literally runs through and gets triple kills?
Ica with an absolutely great entry. My god, disgusting. And let's point out real quick the utility from Goldo. A great flash for him to get that 3rd pick, what you needed on site so they could rotate for free. Very crucial play there from Goldo. But not to take anything away from Ica, great shots.
That's beyond ridiculous. Just 4 kills. Literally has no care. Has what I really like about Ica is he has no respect for util. No respect for util. You will see someone, you see like a Viper pick coming through or like a smoke. He doesn't respect it. He just goes through, and that's what I like about him.
Most definitely, it really does show early aggression from Ica. Honestly, a very aggressive player, to be honest. A quick aftershock to try and take Woofling out. He takes one down with him. Martyrdom real quick. Dropped a nade on him as he was dying. Quite incredible there.
Yeah, Rudy's going to get one back, so it is going to be a 4 versus 4 in his position. So a good trade. Can anything get done? No, Modi does get rid of him as Rudy gets kill of Denim as well. So it is going to be a 4 versus 2 for the side of the Yetis. Now they're going to rotate towards A, looking at where looking at where Coleman and Slicing is. They're going to be quite late to that 8 rotate. So it is going to be looking like a spike down. And if they keep 4 alive, I think it's a good anti-eco.
Most definitely, if they keep 4 alive here, you know, it's looking like a nice next round for them as well. They're definitely going to have a lot of weapons saved over, and it's going to look quite clean for them. So the Bargreys are really they're not looking to win the round here, but if they do, it'll be honestly shocking. They are looking to do some damage, that's for sure, in terms of economy.
Yeah, and of course we do have the Sheriff coming in from Slicing, so it's most likely the weapon that you want to do the most damage with right now, but he's going against a crossfire here, so unless he's got the sensitivity for it to 180. We have seen it before from Jin and Lotus, you know, that 180 kill the Spectre, but they're just looking to potentially just die to the bomb, not give him any kills, not give him any extra credits. Slicing's got a timer to potentially get one towards Ica, but unfortunately the timing here is against him. Missed shot towards him, he gets one! Ooh, that is ridiculously close towards Modi, and yeah, he's just going to potentially looking to just die to the bomb. So 2 people down, not giving the Yetis any extra credits. I would say it's an okay round for the Bargreys.
Honestly, they did the best of what they had. They did not really have much, that's for sure. Getting one on the exit there, and also dying to the bomb, not giving them any extra cash. That's kind of standard. That's what you want to see, to be honest. With the Yetis only having 3 Bulldogs to their names, as the Bargreys are on, you know, they are on half armor, so those Bulldogs could do some damage. That's a one-shot headshot from a Bulldog.
Yeah, because of those Sheriffs being invested into that round, they haven't got the full util and potentially the full armor to go into this round. So these Sheriffs, and of course you said Bulldogs, can really do some work right now. But again, it is a bonus, so the Bargreys will realistically need to have a clean round Now Slicing is the only person on site with Coleman who's trying to do anything. Ika's already deep into site, and he's the one with a Vandal. Can he get anything done? And yes, he can. Oh, that is really close. Almost gets a double kill towards Slicings, but he gets that one done. So now they need to chill down. Goldo gets another one, but Goldo gets a triple in that position. Sim with a triple kill, and it is going to be Rudy in a 1 versus 1. Sim, that is a round. That is a ridiculous round from him to pull back the bar grace from 4 versus 2, and it is Saint Wolflin. You don't want anyone else in a 1v1 clutch against Rudy. Rudy's got a bulldog, but Rudy is the team leader. He's the one that has pulled Roehampton. Yes, he's out of the trenches so many times in this tournament. Losing that first map against the Blue Jays, losing the first map against the Bristol Bargrays, and coming back again. And he is the one that you want to clutch against someone like Saint Wolflin. He's got all the time in the world to play. 35 seconds. And realistically speaking, he's going to go back towards that C position. Saint Wolflin is playing the most passive position possible. And he doesn't want to give anything, any chances to Rudy. Now, Rudy's on site. He's going to fight. He's going to get that Phantoms. He's got a better weapon. But he hasn't got, unfortunately, the HP as much as Saint Wolflin. Saint Wolflin's going to go through. He's going to peek. Rudy's peeking his position. He's got a good stun. But oh, no. Oh, the stun. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, Saint Wolflin really, really close to dying in that position. He's on 89 HP against 150. So this needs to be a round from Rudy. And what a round to potentially win it. And 3-0. And even though Sim did everything, Yetis have pulled it again, and 3-0 for them.
A great round for the Yetis. Let's not count out Sim. Get an insane triple kill. The last one, even though completely blinded, he still managed to get him. But Rudy, as he said, team leader, team captain, he kept his cool, he kept his composure, waited for a while, waited for a push, didn't happen, so he picked up a better weapon, and he did manage to secure a round, as the Bargrays here are looking a little rough on the economy.
Indeed, and yeah, Rudy, that's what you want from an IGL, from your team leader, to keep his composure. And as we said this before, even with a Phantom, even with a Bulldog, he's done so much. And now they're going to go towards that B position, so playing it again nice and slow. But we know how these 50s go, Cubley. We know how many times these 50s have happened. And Denim is in a bit of a weird position. They're not looking to push, so that is a good idea from them. But Denim could have potentially had quite a good position there.
Most definitely a dirty little corner there from Bargrays. I'm sure they set that up purposely to be able to just hide there, especially with the worst weapons that they have. A site is completely clear, but they do hear them running through, so they are quickly trying to rotate to try and maybe take a hold on off site, but they are smoked off. Will they be able to push through it? Yes, they will. Only 2 people on site. It's looking like a fast retake.
But look what Saint Wolflin is not getting detained, and unfortunately gets nothing done. He misses all of his shots as Ika gets the double kill. Slicing gets 1 as a return, but unfortunately gets traded by Rudy in that point, and it is going to be a 4 versus 2. Denim alone with a Sheriff in hand. We do see Slicings with a Phantom, but with 21 HP, I'm pretty sure he's been already seen. Denim gets 1. Is he going to expect another one? Unfortunately, yes, he does, but Ika does get a triple kill, so a 4-0. And a good start for the Yetis.
A little bit of a teabag there. I'm sure Ika is feeling at his most confident, especially after last map, and a nice 8-2 performance here for the first 4 rounds. The Bargrays are opting for an operator for Saint Wolfling. We've seen this before, and we're seeing it again. He's going to be looking for that early pick onto A site long. Unfortunately, I don't think the Yetis are really going to be pushing A. They're looking a bit more at a C split, bit of mid control. They just have the bot there holding flank.
Yeah, Yetis are looking good right now. They're playing a bit of a default, as you said before. So Saint Wolflin isn't going to get anything this round. As we say that, Coleman is actually going to get one quite quickly. But is Modi looking to refrag? And yes, he will. He's not checking the corner, unfortunately. So Coleman is going to get 1. He's going to get triple kill. Beautiful round from Coleman. And that's exactly what you want from the Bristol Bargrays to come back into this round, even though Saint Wolflin hasn't got that position towards C to get anything with the operator. But yeah, Rudy just a bit of fun, really throwing his gun. He hasn't got really anything to do. He's actually going to get Slicing in this position. Now I say that, unfortunately, but Slicing is just a little bit tiny quicker. And the first round for the Bargrays.
Most something. This is what the Bargrays need. They really need that round. If they lost again, there would have been another eco, and it would have been very rough. However, the Yetis, they still have a very decent buy. Even though they lost that previous round, they do have only 1 bad weapon. It is on Goldo, you know, bit of a bulldog there, and only 100 credits to spare. But honestly, it's not too bad, as we do see St. Wolfling once again on A, and it does look like they're going to challenge him.
Yeah, and this is the time where St. Wolfling needs to get it done. I'm not sure they know that there's an operator in hand, but unfortunately the flick isn't going to connect, and now the operator has been detected towards A, and you can see already they're trying to pull towards that mid position now, slowing it down. They know exactly where the operator is, and unless the operator rotates towards that B or C, it is looking like a default position for the side of Yetis. Now the Trailblazer is going to go through for Jin, so Coleman has deleted that, and he's going to hold, see if anyone's trying to look overzealous, trying to get, you know, pushes, trying to see if they can get anything done. But ooh, that is a nice little one-way going in from Denim. He's been practicing it, I think.
Most definitely, we have seen some nice one-ways from Omen here. They are looking to try and break the turret through the wall, missing slightly. The utility is still up and ready to detect anyone there. I believe Coleman will swing off it immediately, as we do have the Yetis here just kind of holding position, waiting for any overzealous peek. They can't do anything towards C due to the Viper ult from the Bargrace, so they are looking to slowly push down A, but it looks like they have a lot of players ready to go. They have Omen on A, Link on B, ready to rotate to A. The spike is coming A, both jet ults being popped. Modi about to peek.
Oh, and St. Wolfling does get a lot of information on what is going on here as Modi gets rid of St. Wolfling, but that was a bit weird as Coleman and Sim get 2, Ica gets 1, and Modi gets a ridiculous trade as well, and it is going to be looking like the bomb is down, and even though the Viper's pit happened towards C, it is a wasted ult, so the Bargrays will need to do something magical to come back into this round, as it is a 2 versus 3. Now, Coleman is half HP, and Slicing is full health, so it is up to them. They both know util, so haven't really got anything to work here. A good look, a good crossfire coming in from Modi and Ica. So really speaking, I don't think they could do any. Oh, never mind. I spoke a bit too soon. Modi gets a triple kill. Can he get anything done towards Slicing? And yes, he does. And what a round from Modi. Gets quadruple kills, and it is 5-1 for the Yetis.
Modi with a quadra kill there. He also used his cabbages. He used his ultimate there to, you know, figure out where both players are. They knew both were CT. Didn't need to have anyone watching flank, so they had all of their players just ready to go for that retake. And the Bargrays, they're not looking the best in terms of economy once again. Slicing is opting for an SMG while the rest of its team has to buy up to try and secure any kind of round, as they are already 4 rounds down.
Yeah, and the economy just looks rough for them as well. They lose this round, it's back to an eco, and it's that lead just slowly getting worse for them, and it's that deficit just largening up, as we said. Denim is on B with St. Wolfling, so not sure what they can do. The Trailblazer is going to go through. He gets nothing done for it. Coleman is the only person on C. That Nano is going to get through. So Rudy was getting ready for that flash, maybe potentially trying to get one of his teammates to go through. But it is a bit back to a default. But looking at the map, right, looking where Viper is, he's so deep. So Bristol Bargrays have got information and there's nobody seeing. Look, he's slowly pushing. He's going to get he's probably going to get seen by the turret. Yes, he will. So it is 3 people on A. So they're going towards A, but they're going towards a stack.
Most definitely here, 3 players on A. They are definitely ready for them. All of that info from Viper pushing down C. He hears the turret, now will destroy it. Sees no one towards spawn. He knows that they are towards A. That's why the stack is coming in. Both players getting blinded there. Ica does manage to take him out as Jen kills Slicing from behind. Modi takes the St. Wolfling and Denim takes out Rudy. Only Coleman left here for the 1v4. I'm not sure what he's planning to do. The economy on his team isn't looking the best. A save might be the option, but it is looking like he's trying to get maybe exits.
Yeah, but just a clean round for the Yetis. Literally went through. Sim was completely blind, couldn't do anything. Ica gets the frag. Modi gets 2 on the side as well. So yeah, just a clean, even though the stack happened and even though Viper pushed in and got a lot of information, it just didn't happen. And Coleman here, and unfortunately Goldo is just too quick for him. And 6-1, back to an eco for the Bargrays. And if they lose, this is 7-1. And the lead, it's already looking so far for the Bargrays to come back. But again, we can't say anything yet because again, we're not at the end of the game, we're not at the end of the final, we're not at the end of the half, but it's looking rough at the start for them.
Most definitely here, the Bargrays did pick this map, but honestly, you can't really see it. They're a bit disorganized with the way they're playing, the way the economy is going. Once again, they are on a very shaky buy, and Coleman doesn't even have enough money to buy next round. even after buying a Stinger. I'm not sure what kind of decision making is going through this team at the moment. Maybe a pause might happen to discuss something. They need to do something here.
Yeah, we haven't seen, as you said before, we haven't seen a pause this game. Sorry, this best of 5 yet. So potentially maybe like a quick momentum switch, maybe a complete confidence switch, maybe just completely choosing their, maybe just relaxing, right? But oh, they're not checking, and Waffling potentially could have gotten 2, but Goldo does get 2 in the meantime, gets 1 towards Saint and gets towards Sim. So it is going to be Goldo, literally an entry omen, I would say. Is Denim looking to push towards the smoke? Yes, he is, but he's going to get killed by Goldo. Modi gets 1 in the meantime, and it is going to be only Viper left. Coleman, I would say, in a 1 versus 4. Nothing he can really do. Sorry, Slicing, as I would say. I do apologise. It is going to be a 1 versus 4 for him, so nothing he can really do. Rudy is on site, 2 people towards CT. So yeah, just another round. Good round for the Yetis. Clean, as always. It gets killed by the Aftershock, and... this is where the bar grades need to come back here.
Most definitely the Icar once again, making sure his control key works. You know, he doesn't want his keyboard to falter, especially in these games, that's for sure. Icar, a very good performance. You know, his duelist is incredible, honestly, it really is. And Waffling once again gets an up. They are trying, honestly, the bar grades are really trying. They are trying their best, but they are looking a little disorganized, to be honest. They really are, as Waffling is holding down the C. This time they have 2 players on B and 1 garage. No info getting spotted on A, and it's looking like the Yetis are going to be pushing into this BB site as Slicing gets the first pick.
Yeah, good kill towards Ica, especially one of the strongest player, if not the stronger player this map. But I'm not talking about Ica yet. Let's talk about Goldo. He's on 10 assists as an Omen, and he's on 8 kills. So he's on the 2nd player of the list. So he's, even though he's getting kills, he's doing what Omen does, and that's, you know, get assist, smoke for his team, and doing exactly what he's meant to be doing. As Coleman gets 2, lines them up, and that's exactly what the bar grades needed. A good kill from the start, and following it up with 2 kills, and they can't get rid of this round unless Jin and Goldo are the duo that they can't break. They need to be doing something, and that's exactly where they need to start. The bomb is already lost. Coleman has got full control of smoke, and he's got Denim on his side as well. The smoke is about to be refract, but yeah, how can Jin and Goldo come back?
They still do have an Omen blind. They are ready to peek. Honestly, if Omen blinds both of these players here in Garage, they might be able to pull something through. But Coleman kills Jin. Wow, blinded. And gets the 4K by killing Goldo there. It's now 2-7 for still on the side of the Yetis. And look, their economy is just incredible. They are just full buying immediately. Honestly, they did lose a round, but they didn't lose much in terms of money. Yeah,
but yeah, just that's exactly what you wanted, a momentum switch. That's a good round from Coleman. Gets 4 kills, resets the momentum of the Yetis. I apologise, but yeah, that's just a good round and a good switch, of course. And looking at the side of the Yetis, they're going towards A again, and again they're just going. They're not going towards C. I don't think we've seen a proper C round yet where the Yetis, but I don't think they needed it. I mean, you know, 7-2, right? You've won rounds in B, you've won rounds in A, you won round in Garage. I don't think they just don't want to. They don't want to hit C, and I think just maybe just Saint Waffling just getting really unlucky with these peaks, unfortunately.
Most definitely. The Bargers here are opting to play more of a retake on A, as they do have the Killjoy ultimate. So it will be looking like a retake on A. Slowly, the Yetis are pushing up. They are using their utility quite well. And they know it, honestly. They know it. They're calling it. They're on A. They're planting. And I do believe both Killjoy ults will be seen this round.
Yeah, and of course now the spike has been planted. It's a 5 versus 5. The Sim is going to use, but look where Ica Modi is. They're looking to play heaven here. They're looking to play deep, but no, Slicing gets rid of him. So it is going to be Modi close. He needs to do something magical. Yes, he does. He gets 1. Going to get 1 towards Saints. Yes, he does. Going to get a triple kill. Oh, that is so close. Rudy gets rid of him though, and it's a 1 versus 2. Sim, Rudy gets 2 kills in the meantime, but let's not get rid of Sim. Sim's just going to go for the defuse. Can he get half done? No, he can't, as Goldo gets rid of him. So an 8-2, but what a round from Modi.
Again, the Bargers are looking disorganized. They had Killjoy out. I don't know what they're saving it for. That would have been the perfect opportunity to use it. Maybe even force out the enemy Killjoy out, you know, at least get them off site. Anything, to be honest. But they maybe decided to save it for the last round, but I don't think it's going to be worth. There's only 2 rounds left. They have to use it soon. And if they lose next round, are they going to use it on an eco? I don't think that's going to be very worth.
I think that's why Modi and Ike, I think, pushed CT, because I think they were ready for that Coleman lockdown, but it just didn't happen. So I think they did have a bit of an idea that maybe that ult was going to go through, but unfortunately not happen as Sim somehow. Okay, right, let's not talk early. Slicing and Sim, literally 2 kills in the span of 2 seconds. One with the Marshal, one with the Vandal. So Roehampton Yetis, even though they've won the next round, the last round, apologies, the 2-man down in, what, 10 seconds?
Honestly, I wish we would have seen that shot on Sky with that Marshal. That was probably disgusting, honestly. But a quick 2 picks from the side of the Bargraves. The Yetis are trying to get some kind of control, maybe break some util, anything. They need to take some map control here.
Yeah, and it is going to be Denim alone on that garage position. So the ult is going to go through from Modi, and I'm assuming he's going to pick with it. So that's actually a good pick. Oh, wait, they're not checking left. Yeah, they are, but Denim somehow still gets one. Even ulted, he still gets one. Modi gets one. So, okay, Slicing decided to keep pushing through the box. Apologies. Now Goldo, but looking where the bomb is, it's halfway through.
He does still have his Omen ult, and I think that's what he's going to be using to grab it. But Coleman's probably gonna. Oh, that was almost the whiff of the century. Calm down, Devin. I saw you almost fall because of that.
Yeah, let's not speak about that, but oh no, Coleman. He got the kill. That's good. He got the round, but imagine if Goldo did a 1-2 left-right, kills him. And, you know, we talk about predicting these rounds. We talk about a caster curse. He could have potentially even won the round at that point because it's a 1-on-2. His teammates are so far from C that Denim has got the time in the world to get that kill, reposition, do that round differently. And now it's the last round, and Yetis a really, really good half. If they get this last round, it's looking really good for them.
It will be looking very good for them. The Bargraves opting to use their Viper ult very early for that C control. However, the Breach ult will push her out. Oh, but Slicing still kills Aika as Denim also gets Goldo, but gets traded by Modi, a 4v3.
Jin is alone on B, but looking what Sky is, he's already gone towards A, so unless, of course, I said that before, I said it literally, unless Coleman gets the kill, he gets it, and Sim gets that kill towards Modi, so it is going to be looking like an 8-4, and okay, we keep seeing these rounds.
Kill him for the smoke real quick.
We keep seeing these rounds where Sim just kills people from the smoke, so maybe a quick PC check, I would say, but jokes aside, 8-4, so Bristol Bargraves, they've still got chances. Now they're on attacking. Now they've got a different position. And 2 smokes on attacking. Viper, imagine you go see, put a Viper wall, smoke Garage, smoke CT. You've got that left side completely clear to try and clear it. So, I don't know, potentially we might see it.
Most definitely, the Bargraves here, they really should get this round. They definitely need it, that's for sure. Especially it being 4-8 if the Yetis win this round, and then the next is going to be looking like a 10-4 already. And it's going to be very rough for the Bargraves. They really need this pistol round. It's looking like they have their Killjoy set up on A as Omen is holding down C instead.
Yeah, and we are going to see now a very deep flash. He gets nobody, but they're going to go towards B. So now this is exactly what they need. Rudy has got a stun ready for it, but they're not going to check him. So he's not checked, but now he gets detained. Same Wolflin, he gets deleted by Ica. Helps his teammate. Jin gets one in the meantime. And what a defense for the side of Yetis. He's going to go through the smoke. Slicing gets one. Rudy gets a refrag. Coleman gets one in the backside. Ica gets a refrag, and just a good round from the Yetis. They played so aggressive towards B. Literally, the Bargraves, only thing they had to do is get rid of Rudy, and they couldn't even do that. And Ica just comes through the side of C and gets rid of 2 players. And you said this before, if Yetis get that pistol round, they have anti-eco, it's 10-4, and how do you get back into this game?
It's going to be very rough for the Bargraves. They are going to need to pull something out of the bag, maybe in this round or the next. All things hoping for them, honestly, because they really do need it. A great stun from Rudy from backside. Stunned, I'm pretty sure, at least 3 people, slowing down the push significantly, and then his teammate holding him for the jet push. It was great teamwork once again from the Yetis.
Yeah, 100%. And now we are going to see the Yetis with an anti-eco to potentially get 10-4, back into a 6-round lead to potentially make it 2-1. And Yetis are just the kings of combat, losing the first map and then coming back into Lotus, going back into Haven now. Look how well they're doing. So, and they've got Sunset, which is their map pick and map 4. So Yetis are looking good here, and of course, again, Bargrays, a good team as Ica gets rid of Slicings and already a 5 versus 4. And Yetis, they're looking like they want to bring it home for the University of Roehampton. But we say that as Goldo gets 2.
Goldo is not... He's not letting up easy, that's for sure. The Yetis getting a significant man advantage. Only 2 players left here for the Bargrays. Jin, he has a feeling some players are here. As an Omen Blind comes in and a stun. Great utility from the Yetis. Doesn't check the corner, but doesn't get killed somehow. Never mind, Coleman, you know, he saw his mistake. He quickly shot him right there, but I don't think he's going to get much else in this round.
Yeah, I don't know how Coleman didn't get that kill. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he was looking for maybe another person to go through. I don't know, maybe gets 2 kills in that meantime. But yeah, Coleman can't really do anything with 20 HP and a Sheriff. You know, they're going straight through. He gets 1, okay, but gets 2 in the meantime, but nothing really, as it is going to be 10-4. Now, this is where the buy round comes in from the Bristol Bargrays, but look at their economy. They have to buy half armor again. They don't win this round. I think we've got to call it wraps. I think it's going to be 11-4, and with another eco going through, Yetis are looking good.
Most definitely, the Bargrays investing Sheriffs on the second round, it's a bit overzealous, to be honest. I mean, they have half armor now, and they know the other team are going to have worse weapons. I would have much rather had full armor and a good gun for the third round to make sure to secure it and try and get some momentum back. But apparently, a bit of a disagreement. Ica immediately dashing out, trying to switch, you know, his weapon out for something better after a kill, but he just doesn't get it.
I don't know if he was thinking to dash towards the left side of the box to potentially catch someone off guard. I'm not sure what Ica's intention was. Maybe we might ask him after the game potentially if you know, if Yetis do win about that round. But let's go in towards the side of A as Coleman gets rid of Modi towards that C position. So a 5 versus 3 from the Bargrays, and they need a clean round. They can't allow anyone to die. And we say that Rudy gets 1. Rudy gets a double. He jumped from the window side and gets a double kill in that position. So it's a 3 versus 2. And even though they have no guns to their name, it is going to be looking like a 3 versus 2. Now, Goldo is going to be pushing towards that position. He's got a Spectre in mind. Now, looking where Coleman is, he's going to get that triple kill. It is going to be just Jin and a 1 versus 3. A good round for the Bargrays, but Rudy could have changed that so differently. He gets a kill. Okay, Jin. All right, let's see. We've been talking about Jin's Sheriff rounds, and we do see it again. But a good round for the Bargrays, but they need more than that.
The Bargrays losing 3 players there, it's disheartening, honestly. Especially having a significant man advantage on the take there. Great shots from Rudy. Taking out 2 after jumping down was absolutely disgusting. And it's the economy damage that they truly needed, as 2 players on the side of the Bargrays have only half armor coming into this next round.
The balls of that man to just jump through the window and to get 2 kills with the Bulldog. Not even a Vandal, not even a Phantom, a Bulldog to get 2 kills. And especially that's exactly what you want to see from your team leader. But unfortunately, it was a round for the Bargrays, unfortunately for him. But now it is where the Bristol Bargrays will need to start building momentum if they want to get back into this game. The Trailblazer is going to go towards short, unfortunately gets nobody. But look where Ica and look where Modi is. They're so deep towards that A position that I've got full information that there's nobody short and there's nobody towards that lobby position. They have to be mid or they have to be C. And that's exactly what they want to do. Now they're still waiting, so it is going to be Jin towards that garage position and Goldo. So not too sure where Bargrays are looking to go, as B's completely clear, but I don't think they know that just yet.
Most definitely, I'm pretty sure that both of the Yeti players in long are going to do a very fast push here after they start pushing into sight, as a fight in a lobby is happening. Moody gets 1, but Coleman does get 1 after. Ica gets the next, and it's a 4v3, and they don't even have sight yet.
Yeah, 4v3 for the side of Roehampton Yetis, as Goldo doesn't check his corner, unfortunately. Same Wolflin does liberate him. Oh, wow, what a round for the Bargrays. Rudy, can he get anything done here? No, he can't. Unfortunately, gets 1, but Sim gets a refrag. But literally, as soon as we said a 3v3, it literally just went all to the side of the Bargrays, and a good round. And this is where an eco comes in for the Yetis, and this is where Yetis have to start thinking, okay, we've got an eco, potentially going to be 10-7 most likely. We've got a 4 buy, and you know, this lead can go from here to you know, to really, really close as well.
Most definitely here. I'm not really sure what happened. The Yetis they did have a man advantage, but they just lost everyone in about the span of 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure they got pincered there, unfortunately, so wasn't really the best from the side of the Yetis. But not to discredit the Bargraves, they played that very well.
Yeah, 100%. And it is going to be, again, another default for the side of Yetis. Nobody trying to get overzealous, and nobody's trying to push. They're going towards that short position. We are going to see Slicings and Wafflings going towards that A position. It is Modi with a Sheriff. Now, Modi in this position, can he get anything done? Now, the range of this would a headshot be 145. We might be seeing it now. He might be too far to get anything done, potentially. Now, again, he does spots one, actually. And he's going to get toxic, so he's going to go back.
As the Trailblaze comes through, gets destroyed, doesn't really get him. A smoke coming in from his teammate. I think he's going to be looking for some kind of play, as he really does need it. Breach utility, once again, great teamwork, but doesn't hit Sim.
And Rudy has decided to potentially help his team members, unfortunately too late, as the Bargraves are looking towards to go that B position. It's where Jin is. Now, we've seen Jin with the Sheriff so many times that, you know, we can't count anymore, but unfortunately he's gone towards that garage position, and it is going to be B completely clear for the Bargraves. So a 4v5 retake, and the Yetis here just looking to do any damage they can, and it's exactly what they want. It's a beautiful kill towards Rudy. Now, this is where Rudy's got a gun, and we've seen it so many times. Jin again gets a kill. Ica with the Blade Storm. Slicing gets 2 kills. In the meantime, Rudy, it gets through. It is Slicing who needs the frag. He gets a triple kill. Can he get anything done? And yes, he can. And what a clutch from Slicing. Or 1 versus 3 to make it 4 kills. But Rudy and Ica so close to make it thrifty once again.
The Bargraves, they really needed that round, and Slicings did pull it out of the bag, so to speak. Honestly, it was great. That 4K was incredible. Sim did push into A-Link there from B. It was a bit overzealous, as they already had the bomb down, to be honest, and it was 4v4, so that wasn't really necessary, and it did lead to a lot of players losing their life, but Slicing does pick it up for his team.
Yeah, and that's a good round from Slicing, but a name that we're going to have to mention, unfortunately, not exactly the best game of Insane Waffling, is on 3-13. Not really feeling it, potentially maybe overburning from the amount of games he's been playing so far. Of course, these guys are going through a lot. They're going through, potentially, if we get through it, potentially through 5 maps. So, and then they're like back and forth, so it is going to be maybe him getting overburned. Maybe he needs a timeout. Maybe I think, you know, the side of Bargraves needs to call a timeout, potentially see how St. Waffling is feeling, because he's not looking the greatest, and Ike's been picking him up.
Most definitely, the Yetis do have quite a good duelist performance, as per usual. Honestly, their duelists are definitely their strong suit, but not to tone down any other utility they have. Their supporting utility is very good, as a breach out is used on A for a lot of info, and Gold does get taken out by Slicing. They have cleared most of A, and I think it's obvious now that it's a C hit.
Jin here, unfortunately, he had the right idea, but Coleman knew it. So now Coleman is doing exactly what Jin's doing, and he's going towards that window position, but Rudy has... Oh, wow. How does that happen? Coleman is an absolute god. Modi's gone. Okay, so Modi and Ica, the duo of death, we like to call them, as they're going towards that C position. Have they got ult from the side of Sky and a flash, so they're going to know exactly where every single person is. St. Waffling is going to get tagged by the ult, so Modi needs to do something ridiculous. He's going to peek towards it. Coleman gets a triple kill, and then it's going to be Slicing. And Bargraves, they're cloning in. They're slowly bringing that gap now. 4 rounds in a row. It's now an eco, potentially, unless Rudy's looking to full buy. And he's going to be a 10-9 potentially. So Bargraves, even though an 8-4, it's now 10-8.
Most definitely. That's what they needed. Honestly, they needed that momentum. And the second they got that first round, they ran with it, just like they did in the first map of the series. They got that first round on the second half. Once again, they ran with it. I'm feeling a little bit of deja vu here, that's for sure, as the Yetis do seem to be stacking a bit more towards mid, a bit more towards garage, leaving A more open, and most of the Bargraves are actually going mid into the stack, I believe.
I think it's because Roehampton Yetis are so used with Bargraves literally playing default that they don't really know how to deal with it. And now they're going to go towards that garage position. So now this potentially can be really bad for Goldo unless he gets anything done with the Stinger. He gets that done with the Stinger. So that is actually a good kill coming in from him. So 4 versus 5. And on an eco, he's going to upgrade to a Vandal. So that is already a good kill and a good round starter for the side of Yetis. A 4 versus 5. Now Coleman has got the timing. Is Modi going to realize that he's so deep already? Yes, he does. These Stingers are doing work. I'm telling you that.
In these close range encounters, a Stinger is absolutely devastating from the side of the Yetis. Getting to and also investing the kill. They are trying to break the momentum here and they are not letting up that easily. The Bristol Bar Greys do manage to get one, and Wuffling will get detained here, most likely killed right after. But the Viper did manage to go down.
He's going to get 2 back. Wait, I'm confused. How is he not dead? Okay, he's dead now. I was expecting, like, where is he? How is he not dead? And it's a 4 versus 2 for the Yetis. The Viper speed has came through, but look where Denim is. So Denim has got a good position, but Modi unfortunately gets the last kill. And Goldo has realized that he's short. So yeah, it's going to be a round for the Yetis and a clean round. And that is from 2 Stingers. 2 Stinger kills on the start completely. Again, a 3 for the years. We always talk about the Yetis. That came from 2 Stinger kills at the start, 2 Vandal upgrades, and then, yeah, it just all went out for the Bar Greys at the end.
Most definitely an absolutely incredible round from the Yetis. They needed to break that momentum very soon, and they did do it there. Wuffling does have his ultimate, so the buy isn't too bad for the Bar Greys, as they have 4 rifles and mainly half armor and a jet ultimate, and the Yetis only really have Omen ult here. The Bar Greys should use some ultimates to secure this round, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And 11-8, and this is where Yetis have got the chance to run it home with it. They get this round, they've got 4 match points, 4 map points to make it 2-1, to completely flip the lead from a 1-0 deficit to 2-1. And this is going to be really good for the Yetis, because if they win this round, if they win this map, they've got Sunset, which is their map pick. And they've got that map keep, so they've got that sort of confidence against them. Not sure, as I said, we haven't seen Sunset from any of these maps. We haven't seen Sunset at all, I would say. So it's going to be quite interesting. Now, Jin is the only person on A as the side of Bar Greys are looking to push. Saint Wuffling is the first point of contact with Slicing. Now, the ult's going to go through, and he needs to do a lot of stuff, Saint. He's on 4 kills, so he needs to go God mode. He's got, you know, he's done his job now. He's gotten site clear, so it's a 5v5 retake.
Most definitely here, the Yetis are quite happy to play retake, as they do have Breach, a very good agent here for the retake, but the Killjoy ult does go through with the Viper Modi slowing them down. Moody getting one, Ica getting one, Sim getting one back, but the Yetis do manage to kill everyone. Oh,
it's not going to do it. I don't think it'll do anything. Maybe, I don't know.
Nah. Omen here, you know, outside the ultimate, he knew, just in case both of my teammates can't get it. You know, I can still get this defuse. Very nice. Given the defuse here towards, I believe, the Killjoy ultimate. Yes, they are. It's only 2 ult points, but I guess they just thought it would be worth it.
Potentially, you know, they've already got the goal. They've already got the Goldo ult. They're not going to get Ica's ult probably in time. So realistically speaking, it is 12-8, 4 match points. But what a round from Ica. But let's not bring back the fact that Coleman as a Killjoy is on 23 and 13, a ridiculous game from him. But yeah, 12-8, 4 map points. Sorry, for the Yetis to secure the second map and take us to Sunset.
Most definitely, if the Yetis do manage to take us to Sunset, this was their map pick, so I think they'll be quite happy to get here, to be honest. A quick Breach stun is being used. Ica, a bit decayed, will decide to fall back instead, maybe get a quick heal from his Sky there, as the Bar Greys are slowly but surely pushing up B, as they usually do.
Yeah, they keep doing this default position, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know. So Coleman is the first point of contact. He gets 50 HP towards Ica. Now the Trailblazer is going to go through. Sim, completely clear sight. There's nobody there, allowing Saint Wuffling to get as much position as possible. Look where Ica is. Ica, unfortunately, got 2 overzealers. Gets rid of him as Slicing is going to drop that spike down towards Denim. Saint Wuffling gets a kill through the smoke. So a good start round for the Bar Greys. There's a 5 versus 3, a 5 versus 2 now, and a 5 versus 1, and Sim gets a double kill. So Jin and a 1 versus 5, and that's exactly what you want from the Bristol Bar Greys, and it is going to be 12-9.
Most definitely here, the Bar Greys are still keeping it competitive, even with them losing their momentum after those 2 rounds from the Yetis. They are still trying to cling back to the game here. And the economy is quite... it's looking a bit interesting. The Bargrays, you know, I mean, I would say they have money to buy next round, but if they lose, then, you know, I mean, this map is over.
Yeah.
And the Yetis, the economy isn't the best, to be honest. The next round, free players wouldn't really have a full buy if they do lose.
Yeah, and exactly. And I think Roehampton Yetis got to look more for their economy rather than the Bargrays. Bargrays, they lose, it's done for, but, you know, they still need that economy for the next couple of rounds. So if they lose quite a bit of players, they still can't buy as comfortably. But the Yetis, they lose this round, it's back to an eco, and we could potentially get overtime. So it is an important round for both of these teams. Yetis to potentially move it to Sunset, and Bargrays to potentially move it closer to that overtime position. Ica, look at how deep he is. Same Wolfling gets rid of him, but Ica is alone. And same Wolfling, we've said how quiet he was this game. He already pulls 3 kills. He already doubles his kills in a space of 2 rounds. So that's already a great start from the side of Bristol Bargrays. Now they're going to slow it down, potentially back to literally no minimal movement, literally staying still, waiting to see if the side of Roehampton Yetis will push. And, you know, just looking at the side, they haven't got any sort of util to get these refrags. So it might be looking like the Bristol Bargrays are going to pull it back this round.
Most definitely, the Bargrays do not overplay their hand. They get their 2 picks and they get out. They slow it down, as you said. They don't allow, you know, that confidence of those 2 kills really get over their own heads. You know, they don't trip themselves up. They slow it down, and now they are looking to take the site as a unit, as a team, as a 5-man, and they will be taking site quite easily as the entire team of the Yetis are sitting on A.
Yeah, but what you do here is Yetis, of course, you haven't got money for the next round. So you've got 3 Vandals, you've got Phantoms, you've got util. Do you save? And you go into the next round as a full buy as a team. You get the other 2 people to potentially full buy and potentially having to eco the last round if you lose, or do you go for the retake and you go eco as a team? So I think they're opting for the first choice, which is saving the guns and potentially ecoing around the guns, or potentially full buying and potentially just praying for the best here. So 10th round for the Bristol Bargrays. 2 more rounds and we'll see an overtime. And, you know, probably this is the closest game out of the 3 maps that we've had so far. Back and forth. Roehampton Yetis looked very strong in the first half, but the Bargrays, you know, they're closing in on the deficit.
Most definitely, the Yetis are quite known for all of their aggressive plays, but I think they've been a bit over-aggressive, to be honest. They lost 2 in mid immediately, and that did end up losing them the round. And obviously, as stated before, the economy wasn't really looking the best. Half armor on Ica there, it could have been better, to be honest, that's for sure.
But yeah, I will say that about the economy. Bristol Bargrays, they actually got money for both rounds, 5, 6, 5k respectively. So even if they lose this round, apologies, they will definitely buy the next round. So it is realistically down to Roehampton Yetis. If they win this round, they're going to have to expect another buy round in the last round. So it has to be literally perfect from the side of Yetis, and this is where he starts, and that is not a great start, unfortunately, for Goldo. Denim gets 1 frag already, and they've got C control already, and I don't know if Modi can do anything. Yes, he does. Sane Wolfly solo, he gets a kill. Slicing gets 1 back, unfortunately, but Modi gets 2 kills. Modi is on site alone. The flash goes through, and Jin gets a triple kill. Coleman and Japanese Demon get a through back. So Jin in a 1 versus 2 to potentially close this map alone. He gets 1. Can he get a double kill? And yes, he does! And a 13-10, and Roehampton Yetis make it 13-10 to bring Haven to a close. What a game, back and forth, and we're going to be expecting Sunset now 2-1 for Roehampton Yetis.
Most definitely, it was looking a little shaky at the end, but they did manage to, you know, pull it through, do that aggressive playstyle as per usual. A really fast retake. The bomb didn't even go down, and they immediately flew in there. Did not let anyone take, you know, any kind of control from them, even after losing a player very early. To the Viper throwing the orb, picking it back up, a quick 4-man peek, very dangerous.
That was very clever, you know, having the orb and literally picking it up or just deactivating it, allowing the 4 players to push through. We're looking through these replays here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Modi didn't check his... We see a lot of this happening. Look, again, a corner not being checked. And maybe at this level, you don't want to see it happen. You see a lot in ranked, of course. I think you've seen it before when when you play and when I play. But again, here again, Slice, you're not checking his corners. So we are seeing a lot of issues where players are not checking their corners, which could potentially ruin a round, potentially ruin a comeback, potentially ruin the team's momentum, because you realistically shouldn't expect that from players. You should expect every single corner to be cleared.
Most definitely, but then again, we only see the corners that don't get cleared. We never see the corners that do get cleared. Maybe they cleared, the corner like 7 times in a row, and the one time they don't, that's when the player's there. You can't really be too sure about those kinds of things, but you just kind of you have to stay disciplined.
Yeah.
You have to check it no matter what. If it's boring checking the same corner 10 times in a row, let it be boring, but don't let yourself lose because of that.
Yeah, and that triple kill from Ica to make it 12-8. And yeah, this is the round from Modi that did everything. Got 2 kills on site. Don't know how he gets this 2 kills. And then Jin to make it a 1 versus 2. And what a clutch from him to bring map 3 Haven to a close. Yetis pulled it back all the way from a map loss straight away from Breeze. And now it is Yeti's time, because it is Sunset. Map 4, it is their pick. So we're going to get ready. We're going to go straight into a break, and we're going to get ready for map 4, Sunset.
I don't wanna fall for you, oh no. But you make it so hard. Watching you dance all night, baby, is making me fall hard. Trying to take a deep breath, but I just can't control my lungs. think I like you. I think I like you. Got nothing to lose. Cause I think I like you. Tell me if you like me too. How can you move the way you do? It's making me crazy, yeah. You're moving just like you own the room. Make it look easy. I wanna take you away to somewhere we can be by ourselves. I see you looking my way, so maybe it's not all in my head. It's a funny situation that I got myself into. I can't help my own frustration.
No, they're not. Super with the threat and only fans rooting on them this round of the
Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for double kill versus Kyrie on the back of this fight. Cancels fast forward, but she
And welcome back everyone to the finals of the University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland 2023 Winter Valorant season. It is Divin and co-casting with me as always, Kubley. And we are ready for map 4 Sunset. 2-1 to the Roehampton Yetis. Literally pulled it back all the way from the first map loss, and it is their map pick. So, do you think they're going to pull it back, win the championship right here, right now? Or are we going to see split?
Honestly, I would love to see Split, but I'm not too sure. It is their map pick. We haven't really seen Sunset at all. We haven't casted Sunset yet, so we're not too sure about what's going to happen in this map. But since it is the Yetis pick, I'm sure that they have had some kind of practice, and they're going to pull out some kind of thing we've never seen before, surely, and they're just going to run it through with that nice aggressive playstyle as they usually do.
Of course, Sunset, we can't really predict any of these sides, the comps and everything, and the agent selects, because it is a brand new map, realistically just been released. Not really just been released, it's a brand new map for everyone, even us that we are casting for you guys, but the players as well. Of course, Yetis is 2-1. Bristol Bargraves, again, we haven't seen a side of them playing this map, so we're going in, guys, the same as you, literally with no idea how this map is going to play out. How is it going to go? Is it going to be close, or is it going to be completely far? But yeah, being 2-1, it is now Yeti's time to close it, and it's all the pressure on the Bargraves.
Most definitely, but then again, Yetis did win their map pick last time, so you know, it's looking a little rough for the Bargraves, especially since if they lose this map, this is over for them. There's nothing more they can do, and they will end up second place overall in this tournament. So, you know, I mean, we're going to see. We really are going to see this map.
Yeah, and of course, Sunset, it's such a different map to sort of everything that we've kind of seen before. Now, it's a lot of mid control, and with mid control again being so weird how the map is being structured. Of course, I wouldn't really classify it as either a defensive or an attacking side, because of course we haven't seen a lot of it. So it is going to be one of the main maps in this sort of best of 5 that is going to be quite balanced. We are going to, as you said before, we are going to see outrageous comms by the Yetis. I'm pretty sure. Most likely a different duelist from Ica. We've seen a Yoru, we've seen a Neon, we've seen a Jet. Are we going to see a Raze? Are we going to see a Phoenix? Are we going to see an ISO? We haven't seen,
ISO.
We've seen an ISO one time in this tournament. I think it was by him, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure. But talking about this, we are going to see Coleman on that Cypher as always. Coleman has been insane on Breeze with Cypher. On the other side, and I was completely true, Ica literally going for every single map and every single duelist, you know, 5 for 5. Are we going to see potentially split? We're going to see ISO or Reina potentially. On the other side of the Bristol Bargraves, they're going for a double duelist and Sky and Omen. So a pretty meta team, I would say, from the Bargraves. No information. I personally, you know, I'm not in these guys' level, but I personally like a bit of KO on this map, you know. KO's quite good. You've got the sort of combination of a flash initiator but an information initiator at the same time. The other side, we're going to go for a double Sentinel. So Goldo going in for that Killjoy as always. Jin going for that Sage. We've seen Jin before in that Sage on Split. Do you remember that 3k Sheriff?
I do remember it was nutty, that's for sure. If I ever see something like that out of him on this map, I'm gonna go ballistic, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So both of these teams, they're quite similar, but not similar at the same time. Again, Yeti's going for more of an unorthodox defensive side. They start on the attack, but they're going quite defensive. As we are going to see, of course, the Omen and the Sky going to come through for Modi and Rudy. So now, we talked about Modi going Jet on the first map, then the last two going Sky. But now he's letting Rudy go Sky, and he's actually going to go Controller himself. So a complete different switch. Now, we know Modi likes to play duelist with Ica. He's always played duelist with Ica. So what do you think they've talked to? Maybe they've got a complete different comp to Sunset. How do you think there's going to be any difference in this map?
You know, I think we're about to see them cook up something, that's for sure. I don't know if it's going to be perfectly cooked or a little undercooked, but we're definitely going to find out. You know, Modi, he's very flexible, that's for sure. He's very flexible. On the first map, on the first time we ever seen him, he was mainly playing Omen, I believe, right?
Potentially, yeah.
He was. I know he's back to his roots, you know, back to the good old days of Omen. Letting Icon, you know, maybe shine through, especially since they only have a Raze. Ica really needs to pull something through with his duelist abilities here.
Yeah, and Ica, and of course Raze being a duelist where he creates space, right? She creates space like crazy. And of course you've got the Sky Flash and the Paranoia from Modi. So start on the attacking side, of course they need something to be done. Now they're going to go towards that B position, allowing Modi to sort of linger around, as we do see a bit of a tech pause happening. But yeah, just in this map, realistically speaking, you can do anything. You know, the mid control, as we said before, is quite important. As we said, having that mid control, you can go towards B, you can go towards A, you can go towards the middle side and completely get CT control, or Boba control, I would say, if you want to call it. On the side of the bar grades, of course, they've got quite a defensive, you know, they've got Cypher Coleman. We've said it so many times. On that Breeze Coleman, he's as you said, in your own words, he's quite nutty, I would say. Saint Bufflin, we haven't seen a lot of him, unfortunately, last map. Can he pull it back this game? Potentially.
Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does. I do want to see this game still stay competitive, you know. And honestly, last map it was really close. Only two rounds off. You know, it was an incredible thing to watch. And now it does seem like the Yetis are going towards that early B pressure. And as we were saying, they are going mid. Mid is very crucial for this map. Being able to pincer either side, they really do need mid here. And it does look like they are just holding for any sort of pushes because they're not too sure what the bar grades are cooking up, as they don't really have anyone watching mid for them.
Yeah, and Sky there is playing, Sim is playing really passive, and there's 3 towards B. So realistically speaking, if you were in Yeti's shoes, you don't really know how deep someone plays mid, how someone deep plays B, if there's anyone pushing towards it. Now they're going to go towards that mid position, so Sim needs to play here really passive here. He's going to run away, but Jin is already here. He gets one. Ica does a trade, in fact. So a quick trade already in a span of 30 seconds. But look at where slotting. He's already rotated towards that A position, where Modi is going to already starting to walk towards. Denim is the only person. Rudy gets rid of him, and it is a side completely clear as Goldo gets another one to a 4 versus 2.
4 versus 2 here for the retake. Slicing does manage to get 2, keeping it competitive. It is now 2v2 as he gets the third, and Goldo is only 20 HP against 2 players that are essentially full HP here.
The timing here could be ridiculous. Goldo is still low, so he could definitely not, but slicing a quadruple kill. And what a round. That was 4 versus 2, and slicing literally one taps every single one out of the server. And yeah, what a round from him. And we've talked about Modi switching from duelist to flash to smoke, and now slicing has went from a controller all the way to even a duelist now, so they've completely switched it up. They're taking it from Yeti's side now, playing double duelist on their own. So maybe they're cooking something.
Most definitely. Well, I know Slicing at least was with that 4K absolutely incredible shots from him, bringing that point back to the side of the Boggers out of essentially nothing.
Yeah, you say that. Literally out of nothing, a Slicing gets another kill. And is this going to be the name that we're going to be shouting out quite today? We haven't said his name a lot this game. It's always been, you know, the likes of Rudy, the likes of Modi, the likes of Ica, the likes of, you know, Coleman, I would say. Slicing hasn't been in our sort of radar, but now he's literally saying, I'm going to be in your radar now.
Most definitely. Here in a 5v4 scenario, the Bargrays do seem to be playing a little slow. They're not really pushing too much, which is good for them. The Yetis, however, they're more grouped up and they are looking to push A here.
Yeah, Slicing there, very mature. If I was me, I'll be peeking again, getting those kills. He's very mature, he moves back, and he's looking there to frag now. He's 21 HP, so he's going to fall back. He doesn't want to give any Vandals or any chance for the Yetis to do something here. As Sim gets a bit of damage towards the flash, is going to go through, allowing the Denim to peek here. And he's going to be quite low. So the bomb is going to go down. So a good round from the Yetis to get that bomb down.
As you say that, Sim just shuts it down immediately and gets a free K. No bomb down for the Yetis. None of that extra cash, not giving them for free. That's for sure. However, they did not invest too much into that round, so they will still be able to get 4 full armors on the side of the Yetis. Now, this round, obviously, as per usual, the third round of any game is so crucial to the team that have lost the 2 previous ones, as if they lose this one, their economy is going to be in the bin for a while. So they do really need to take it out of the bag, as they do seem to be holding a bit more towards the B main.
Yeah, and Bargrays have no pressure of winning this round because it is a bonus. So even if they lose, they've got money. If they win, they've got money, even better. So it is just literally getting rid of those Vandals and making their economy a living hell for the 4th round to commence. But even before that, Rudy unfortunately doesn't catch. I'm pretty sure it was Saint Wolfling being that deep. So in this position, are they going to check? Wow, he's so deep, so he's got information for days. If he peeks in the correct time, he could potentially get 2 here. Rudy is going to go towards B, and Slicing gets rid of him potentially. And this is where he needs to peek here, and Slicing can potentially get a double kill. And what a round from him! And that's exactly what we said before. Saint Wolfling peeks in that position, and what a round from the Bargrays. Modi gets 1 behind, but the bomb is down. The bomb is going to be retrieved now. The Trailblazer comes through from Sim, and he's going to go back. In the meantime, the bomb has been retrieved successfully, but it's a 4 versus 2.
In this 4 versus 2, the Bargrays also do have their ultimate, so even if they do manage to lose 2 players, they will still kind of have that fallback net of the Raze ult. But Godo does get 1 very damaged, though unfortunately only 30 HP, as both of the Yeti players are slowly pushing towards Denim here. At this kind of range with this SMG, with one of them being low, it could be anyone's fight here.
Yeah, Denim here has got the time of his lifetime, and he gets 1. Can he get another one? No, he can't. Modi gets a refrag, but he's 10 HP. He's 10 seconds, unfortunately, and Simmon's got a time, and that is a beautiful round from the side of Bargrays. A bit of BM, I would say. You know, just shooting the body.
Let's not jump to conclusions here. Maybe Sim was taking something out of Ica's book, making sure his control key works. You know, you don't want to have any faulty equipment here, especially in these crucial kind of rounds. Yetis, as said before, the economy, it's in the dumpster. It's looking like the Great Depression over here. It's not really the best. But then again, Sheriffs, we've seen them pull something with these weapons, that's for sure. And if they manage to get this round, then it will be a great economy break for them.
Yeah, indeed, and even though the Sheriffs do a lot of work, we've seen so many Thrifties go around and literally kill players, literally with just Sheriffs, even though they've got Vandals. So in this position now, Slicing is playing so deep. Slicing is feeling it this game. He's 8 kills and 0 deaths. He hasn't died yet. So we say that right now, and he's got a lot of work to do now. Oh, that is literally so much stuff. Oh, look, the ult here could be ridiculous. That is a good kill, but Ica gets rid of him, unfortunately. Denim gets 1 back, though. So a 4 versus 3 for the side of Bargrays. Still good for them. They haven't got any, the Yetis can't retrieve that Vandal. The Vandal is literally out of the play, but they're going towards it. The Trailblazer is going to go through. So information there for the side of the Bargrays. Sim is not too sure if that spam is going to do anything, unfortunately. Goldo is there. Can he get anything done? Unfortunately not. Sim flash through, gets a double kill.
Gets 2.
Beautiful.
Absolutely disgusting there from Sim. Jin is now left in a 1 versus 3 situation, and Coleman plays off of Denim perfectly there, peaks the second he dies. It's like they're communicating through their minds right now, and it's honestly, it's great to see. And the this round right here, this is going to be the game changer, I believe. The Yetis really do need this break for their economy. Honestly, if they win, but only one of them lives, it's still going to be bad for them. The Yetis need a flawless round here.
Shit, they need a flawless round, and Bargraves are doing so well to maintain that, you know, that defensive position. They're not over. The thing is with Bristol Bargraves, they're not over peaking, they're not over rotating. They only rotate when they need to, and that's the most important thing. And now Yetis are going to go towards that A position. Saints is looking so deep. Unfortunately, gets rid of Goldo. Goldo gets rid of him. Slicing with a good grenade gets rid of Ica himself, and Slicing looks to almost get a double. So a 4 versus 4. And the Yetis here, are they looking to push towards? Now the Slicing, again, a double kill. Slicing has been on an absolute tear this game. And can Coleman go through? Jin is half HP already. Are Yetis actually thinking of going through? Because it is Slicing again here. Modi gets rid of him. So a 3 versus 3. And realistically, Yetis should be rotating. But it's allowing Rudy to stay in. Do they want? Yeah, they're going to go through. Yeah, they're going to wall through. The smoke is going to go through. The TP is going to go through. Sim gets one through the wall. Coleman gets another one, and it is up to Rudy in a 1 versus 2. He gets one. He gets flashed by Denim. So Denim is known that he is on main. So 1 versus 1.
Luckily here, he does have the spike. Rudy is always backing into B again. A fake rotate from the side of the Yetis, and the Bargraves do seem to have fallen for it as Denim is slowly clearing mid towards A site, trying to see if Rudy is rotated. He should have realized by now, if he doesn't see him, that means that he's either the flash and he's on A, or he went back to B. And I think he has now realized as Denim slowly pushes through A main. Now in this 1v1 scenario, Rudy does pop the ult. Very good info there. Knows that Denim is main. Knows what to hold for now in this 1v1.
Yeah, but it is, unfortunately, Rudy is on high pressure here because he needs the first round. A good TP fake from... Oh, is Rudy going to realise that he's TP'd heavy, or is he going to call the bluff? The timing here could be ridiculous, but what a good round from Rudy. And yeah, high pressure on Rudy because he knows exactly where he is. He's 4 rounds down, and he needs a round for the Yetis to pull it back. And that's exactly what they want, but unfortunately, another buy is going to go through from the round of the Bargraves. We've seen a slight glimpse of that operator. Maybe they were thinking it, but unfortunately not. Maybe it's not the map for it for Saint, but they're looking to fall by. But looking at the economy of both teams, basically whoever loses this is back to a half buy.
Most definitely, whoever loses this is definitely going to be in the dumps for quite a while here. A very crucial round for the Yetis. If they win this round, they could get some momentum back, start getting a bit more competitive. This is their map pick after all. They must have something cooked up here. Early jet dash used and race grenade.
Yeah, and we're saying how many times they're just playing. Oh, okay. Let me not speak, because look where Modi is. Modi gets one. Can he get another one? Yes. Oh no! I thought he said yes, he can. But Slicing is just a little bit too quick. Maybe the Phantom Curse. If that was a Vandal, you know, that's no more bullets need to be sprayed after that headshot. But you know, there's no heal unfortunately. So Slicing is on 10 HP for the majority of this round.
Most definitely there. But then again, if he had a Vandal, I feel like he would have just whiffed his entire spray. You know, that's just how it is. You either 140 them with a Phantom, or you just miss all your bullets with a Vandal. There's not really any in between there. Both of those weapons are extremely cursed. They don't clear Slicings here. They do manage to rest Modi. The nade is being thrown for a bit of chip damage there. And the Omen ult does come through for a little bit of info on the A site. There's only 2 players, and they know that now, and they all seem to be fast pushing through alley.
Oh, Denim though has got a bit of timing because he can push deep and he can get one. So yeah, he gets one, but Rudy gets rid of him quite quickly. But look at the time. Yetis need to move quickly now because the timing is gone. And saying Winfling gets rid of him, Coleman gets one more, and they're just not checking corners, unfortunately. So from a 4 versus 3, it literally went so quick. We can't even say a word as Coleman gets a double kill. And what a round from the Bargraves. Even from a 3 versus 4, a 1-man deficit, they pull it through. They don't lose anyone from that 3-man.
We're seeing some incredible plays from the Bargraves here, that is for sure. Even being a one-man down, as you have stated, they're playing it competitive. They know what they're doing. Even with Slicings being on 10 HP that entire round, he stayed alive until the very end, then overplay his hand, then overpeak. Very good discipline there as the Yetis are on a save.
Yeah, and they're in a save, and again, from this side, you know, it's going to be looking like a 6-1, and it's going to be looking like such a deficit that they need to come back through. Now, we've seen this paint shells happen. In my opinion, I think is that even though the paint shells are they're free to start off, they they don't cost anything. To use it just to break, you know, a dart for not a dart, sorry, a trip from Cypher. In my opinion, I don't think is worth it. You know, it might be different, you know, but you know, they might have had their own sort of reasons why. Maybe it's unbreakable from a certain position, so they have to use paint shells. As Denim gets a kill towards Denim. Denim gets a kill towards Denim. No, Denim gets a kill towards Modi. I'm not sure if that can happen. Saint Wolfling is towards that elbow position, so can he get anything done? Rudy has sneaked through, so Wolfling has no idea, but there is someone watching by the name of Slicing. But as we say that, Rudy literally gets rid of him, and we are going to see Saint Wolfling gets another one towards Goldo. Ica with a beautiful ult towards Sim, and it's a 3 versus 3. But do they realise that Denim is so deep, and he's rotated towards the left side of A? So he's got the timing of a lifetime. This is all timing, because if Ica sees him, the timing it could be... Oh my god, Denim! What is that? Through the box? That is ridiculous, but unfortunately, actually not unfortunately, he gets a kill towards Jin after he completely whiffs his shot. Now Rudy in the 1 versus 2. Can he get one? Yes, he can, but Saint Wolfling is dead to get the refrag, and 6-1. But Denim, what a round. 3 kills with a Guardian.
The Yetis, they're investing their race ultimate on an eco just to equalize and then to lose 2 from behind. It's quite now Saint Wolfling is everyone's making sure that the keyboard functionality is working nicely. No sticky keys, none of them ones. You know, you don't want the control key to just bug out for no reason.
You know, I think maybe they're checking a bit too much, you know. Maybe,
well, you know, it's better safe than sorry, you know. Maybe you might get stuck a couple times, you know, gotta click it about 10 to 12 times, you know, just to be sure.
Yeah, 100%, you know. It's never toxic, it's always friendly, and it's you know, it's always just making sure that as Kubli said, making sure that it works. And now Wolfling is going to be towards that B position quite heavy. Now he's going to kill all the util, but unfortunately he can kill the util but can't kill Ica. Unfortunately, yeah, he gets rid of him, so a good kill as the lockdown from Goldo goes through. So now realistically they should get site clear, as Cypher is going to have to move towards Boba position, but he's still got a bit of an angle to work with. So even though they're going to go towards that position, he's got time in here. Now Ica, he's already deep towards the right side, and he's going to get walled. So is Slicing going to know? Yes, he is. He's going to get 1. Rudy, he's going to get a refrag. So a 4 versus 3. Coleman here is still backside. Goldo gets another one towards Slicing. A 2 versus 4. Here, Coleman, yeah, he gets refragged by Jin. And it is going to be only Japanese Denim from the main position in a 1 versus 3. And potentially a second round for the Yetis, realistically speaking, unless Denim has got something else to say. Because in this position, I don't think you can really do anything. You've got 3 players. They're holding Crossfire. They're holding everything. There's nothing that you can really do.
Most definitely here, I do believe Denim is going for a save. He's making sure to not ruin the economy too much of his team just for losing 1 round. The Yetis here, they really did need that for an economy break. They need their weapons and they are escaping here, making sure they don't lose too much after that. Incredible site take, honestly. Only losing 2 players for 4. Great site take, great util usage. Good entry and just good ultimate usage as well. Yeah,
of course. And as I said before, we need more of the Yetis. You know, they broke a bit of momentum now, but you know what I'm so, you know, I won't say confused, but what I'm so, you know, gutted about realistically is that none of these teams, even though they've had such a massive deficit, that they haven't called a timeout. They haven't called a timeout to just chill for a minute, literally just take a break, not even having to do anything practical for the next round, just to chill, you know, maybe if you have your momentum broken after 5 rounds, literally chill for a minute and, you know, go into the next round. But, you know, both of these teams are just so fired up that you want to go straight into it. Saint Wolfling gets a lot of damage with that shorty, but unfortunately gets gets nothing done as Jin gets rid of him. Wow, just a quick 3 kills. Literally couldn't even say stop to the point where Modi and Rudy literally got 3 kills in the meantime. So it is going to be a third round for the Yetis unless the side of Sim and the side of Denim can do anything.
I don't think they'll be able to do much here with only 2 sheriffs available to their hand. The Yetis, they're not playing sloppily either, still using the Uto from Rudy, making sure those corners are clear as both the Bargrace players seem to be going towards B unknowingly. You know, the Yetis are still planting on A here, very open position, can play from anywhere, but I don't think they'll be playing off of site anytime soon. They'll be holding site quite nicely here together as a team. Not losing too much. Sage walled off the CT entrance there. Denim does have a Vandal actually, so it's not as... I was gonna say it's not as bad as it could be, but they still do manage to not really get much with the weapons that they have.
Yeah, and a good thing for the Yetis is that it was a flawless round, but we can't we can take into consideration the fact that the Bargrays have got 4 ults. So it is 3 rounds, so they realistically should be getting these if they want to even have any sort of another chance to an ult in this second half. So maybe they want to save it, maybe they want to use it now, because it's a force buy from the side of Bargrays. The economy ain't looking good, right? If it's a loss in this round, it's back to an eco, and it's the last round, which will be the 4 buy. So Yetis are looking quite comfortable in these 2 rounds. They've got the money for the next round if they lose, but realistically, they from their side, you know, they want to get these last 3 rounds and make it 6-6.
I mean, most definitely, this game is very momentum-based, and that's what the Yetis are really good at. They're good at taking any kind of momentum that they have and just running through with it all the way. The Bargrays did manage to do that on the first map, but then the Yetis, they kind of took their own strategy against them, to be honest. And they have been using it quite significantly. Most of the Yetis here are going towards A. The Bargrays did invest Omino to get that information. He saw at least 3 players in B main. However, no rotates are really coming through.
Yeah, you say that, of course, and because Roehampton, Roehampton United are just playing so slow this round, they're not looking to get anything done. And, you know, Bristol Bargrays have got really good discipline. They're not pushing, right? They're not getting any, they're not getting anything done. The only thing that they're doing really is trying to get some momentum towards that A position, but Ika's already going straight through, and he gets a kill towards Coleman, and he's got sight, right? But St. Wolfling can't really do anything, and the Yetis, just a good round to get that bomb down, as Sim does get one towards Modi, so a 4 versus 4 retake, but Yetis have got the time in the world to change positions, play somewhere else, play aggressive if they want to, play defensive if they want to, play towards main. Sim is going to go through the Trailblazers. Is he going to get Ika? Unfortunately not. He's going to fresh through. Ika's going to push literally through the smoke. The ult is going to go through. Denim starting to get 2. It is Jin now. Jin is going to go through the res. Staying Wolfling. Is he going to get anything done throughout the main position? Yes, he does as he gets Goldo. And he gets another one. And Sim to get the last kill. And what a good round from the Bargrays. It was so forwards and backwards. We didn't really know who was going to win that round until the very end.
Most definitely, the Bargrays having worse equipment. They did decide to invest their ults to kind of even the playing field, to be honest. Even the playing field there against the Yetis. Now, the economy still isn't the best. They still have a half armor for the side of the Bargrays, but it is better than it would have been if they had lost, that's for sure. St. Wolfling can buy for Denim here, so it shouldn't be too bad. They only have 1 half armor. Both sides do have full weapons here, so it's going to be interesting going into the next round, but the Bargrays do seem to be quite confident.
Yeah, and it's just looking good for the Bargrays, even though after the last 2 rounds the momentum's come back in, and it's a different Bargrays to what we've seen in the last 2 maps, right? Not being the greatest of Lotus, not being the greatest of Haven. But you know what, maybe Yetis are just a 3-map team, right? They just love Lotus, they love Haven to the point where they're just really insane on the 3-map sides. We've seen it from Breeze, it's not the same Yetis. We've seen from Sunset now, it's not the same Yetis. So maybe my theory is true, but we can't say anything yet, as not even the first half has ended. So Yetis have still got a chance to get these 2 rounds, make it 7-5. They go into defense and they could potentially bring it back.
Most definitely, if they do get those 2 rounds, as Modi does get the first kill, if they do get these 2 rounds and they get pistol, and then the next, it's looking very close still.
Yeah, and Sim here, oh, that's a good kill, but Jin does get the refrags. That's a good trade. Slicing gets a retrade, actually, towards Modi. So a 3 versus 3. Now, Slicing has already rotated, and looking where Goldo is, gets the kill towards Slicing, but he should expect another one behind him, which is Saint Wolflin. So Saint Wolflin has got a time in here, but it is on a time schedule. Goldo, is he going to realise? No, he can't. Saint Wolflin gets one. Is Jin going to realise? Yes, he does. And it is all down to Coleman in a 1 versus 2 to try and you know, get the 8th round or potentially make it the 4th for the Roehampton Yetis. He's got 100 HP, he's got ult. So if he gets 1, he can use the ult and he can find out where the other person is. But with the time under, he hasn't got anything to do. He needs to go in and he needs to go quickly. The timing is not on his side, and Rudy gets the last kill. And it is 7-4 and a very good round for the Yetis.
Most definitely. Very good back and forth round there, but the Yetis did end up winning out on the trades, even after the strange little, you know, flank and then flanking the flanker there on main. It was a bit interesting to see, but, you know, it wasn't too bad, I guess, from the side of the Yetis. Now, as I was saying, the Bargraves economy isn't too good. After losing that round, they have 3 Guardians, a Vandal, and you know, a Marshal. It's not looking too good, especially most of them having half armor. So it does look like the Yetis should be able to win this round. And if they do, 7-5, they win pistol. 7-6, the next round after, 7-7, and it's equal.
Yeah, but we can't take the Guardians back into the place as Modi gets 1 kill. You know, remember that Denim Guardian triple kill? You know, when he gets one through the wall. So we can't count these Guardians just yet. So it is going to be a 5 versus 4 ready for the Yetis as we said before, a quick instant frag. So they're going to rotate towards A, but literally A is literally free. Right, there's nobody on site, no util, no Cypher traps, no nothing. So if they had an idea that A was cleared, they literally can push right now, and it has to be a 5 versus 4 retake to where I'm not sure if Bargraves have got any chance of going back into that site. So yeah, they're going to ult Modi through, and that bomb's going to go down, really.
Most definitely here, as the Yetis do decide to invest the raise out. It is last round, to be honest, so there's not really any point of saving it. Throws it into CT, not getting much. The Bargraves have slowly been pushing through mid, clearing every corner that they can, and now it is all 4 of them on the flank. They do spot Ica, but Slicing gets taken out. Ica getting another one, Jin getting a 3rd, with only Denim left, getting taken out by Godo. And as I was saying, 7-5 half-time pistol. If Yetis win, it's going to be equal.
Yeah, and again, Yetis coming back 4 rounds in the last 5 that they've won. So a good combat coming through. So yeah, they need to go through and they need to sort of win this pistol. But again, pistol is important for both teams, because if Pistol Bargraves do win him, they could potentially get a 9-5. And again, it's back to Yetis having to pull 4 rounds back. They've done that, you know, they've done that in the first half. But potentially, it might happen that they win the pistol and it's going to be 7-7.
Most definitely. If it does end up being 7-7, it's going to be a very interesting map. I mean, to be fair, the Yetis did pick this map, so maybe they have some dangerous things lined up for the... obviously, some dangerous things kicking in. As I said before, it's looking a little undercooked, but, you know, you still got some time. Still got some time to say that. It's not looking too bad with a wall here on B, slowing down the push significantly, as a lot of players are rotating through mid. Actually, 3 players worth of noise. Denim does, guess what, buy the boom, but the Yetis just don't care. Yeah, the Yetis are stacking towards B. And I'd say that, and Ica is rotated towards that mid position. But looking at Bargraves, the bomb is like in the middle of nowhere, right? They've left it towards main, so I don't know if they're looking to just fake it and just looking to get information so the rest of the Yeti side can rotate, or they're just looking to push potentially and just leaving the bomb just in case they do lose it. So now they're going to go straight through. Japanese Demon gets one towards Modi, Ica gets one back, Sim gets one back, but are they going to expect Rudy? He gets double kill, and he gets a triple kill, and what a round from Rudy in such a hard choke point. One of the hardest choke points to get 3 kills in that site, and he literally rams them through with the help of Ica. What a round for the side of Rudy to make it 6 for them. Most definitely, the Bargraves there were most definitely lacking on any kind of visual utility. They did not know the stack was there, and they ran straight into a trap into 4 players, and Rudy just lined them up into the slaughterhouse. One by 1, executing them all. And now it's 7-6 with better guns on the side of the Yetis. It's looking like it's going to be 7-7.
Yeah, of course, it's been looking, you know, really good for them, and potentially can be 7-7, but we can't take these Sheriffs out because, you know, we've been hearing that these Sheriffs can do a lot of damage. You know, Sim, you know, we've seen so much from him. Of course, unfortunately, gets dinked to the point where he's 16 HP. He's literally limping on one leg, unfortunately, and he needs to be put to sleep now as Jin gets a double kill. Beautiful round. Modi gets another one, so just a rampage of kills. Nothing to be said. Then he gets one, fair enough, but Rudy does get a refrag. So Coleman in a 1 versus 4 with classics, literally no util, nothing to his name. So, you know, it should be a full buy coming in from the side of Bristol Bargraves coming into the next round, but 7-7.
Most definitely, as I said before, 7-7. Very important there. 2 dinks with a classic. You know, classics have been quite dangerous this series, that is for sure. But Coleman couldn't really pull out what he needed there, to be honest. And as stated before, it is now 7-7. If the Yetis do end up winning this round, it's going to be looking very good for them.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, you've seen the half buy coming in. The not the half buy, sorry, the bonus coming in. They've got money for the next round if they win. They've got money for the next round if they lose. And again, half buys coming in. Sorry, half armor coming in from that side. You know, it's looking rough for them.
Most definitely, the Bargraves once again invested a lot into getting Sheriffs and didn't really get much out of it. They only managed to kill 1 player, and now they are all on half armor against Spectres and Bulldogs. Half armor is horrible. That is when they do the most work.
Yeah, and we've seen it so many times, you know, where Spectres are sometimes better than Vandals at certain ranges, and of course Phantoms as well. So realistically speaking, 7-7. Bristol Bargraves should, and I mean should, realistically win this round. Not a lot of casualties because you're full ball into this round. You're going against Spectres, you're going against Stingers, so you're not expecting threats. But Spectres, you know, as we said this before, especially in ranges like this where it's close, Ica can do a lot of damage, right? And he gets 1, and he gets a double!
What an Omen blind!
That's literally what we've been talking about. The perfect blind, the perfect paranoia from Modi, and that's ridiculous.
As I was saying, they were definitely cooking something. A great set play right there from the Omen blind after the first pick. Jin also taking out 1. It's an absolute slaughter here. The Bargraves are getting decimated on the buy round. Oh my god. The Yeti's only losing a single player right now. Sim in a 1v4, absolutely impossible situation. Gets flanked by Godo. The half armor it screwed them over so much.
That's ridiculous, right? That's literally what we've been talking about just before Ica gets a double kill. But let's leave Ica there for a second. The most perfect paranoia from Modi, right? Couldn't be because Ica was 30-40 HP, so that trade would have came in instantly. The paranoia literally blinds Coleman, can't get a trade. Literally goes through. Ica gets a double kill through the Spectre. Jin literally clears the site with the Spectre. Doesn't need a better gun than that. And the last kill, unfortunately, Sim couldn't really do anything as a 1 versus 5, and he's back to an eco. And the Yetis have flipped it around.
This is what I mean. The momentum in this game is insane. The second they won the first round on pistol, they just absolutely ran with it. And I feel like they are planning to run with it for the rest of the series. However, Coleman does have this little Bulldog right here. No armor, but he does manage to have a Bulldog. You know, he should try for something. He's the only person with a real weapon on this team. But he does get jump spotted. He knows he's there. Probably saw him scoped in. He's probably like, well, that's not really a pistol, is it? So I'm not going to peek it no more. Ica backing up. Very smart there. The rest of the Bargraves are slowly inching towards A right here.
Yeah, but Bargraves are feeling the pressure, right? They've lost 3 in a row. You've lost your full buy. You're going into an eco. You could potentially lose this and make it 9-7. And they're not even checking your corners, right? Ica gets there safely with no injuries, no assault, literally nothing. Literally gets no HP done to him. And he gets a free frag on top as well. So yeah, a good round from him.
Most definitely here. The difference between the Omen blinds there was the timing. Oh, Swiffling is somehow here without being seen. I don't think Jin is ready for him. Smoke does go down. He's slowly inching towards Jin. He has that timing on him. Jin still manages to get him though. Get to there. Great from Jin. Nice little flick, and is only one player left for the side of the Bargraves, and it does look like it is 7-9.
And you know, you gotta, if you're Bristol Bargraves, if you have a coach, if you don't have a coach, if you've got an IGL, you don't have an IGL, I think as a team, and I think as a momentum-based game, I think this is the perfect time where you just call a timeout, right?
Yeah, we still have not seen a timeout this entire series.
No.
They just don't want one. They just don't want one. I don't know why.
I don't know, because, you know, it's 9-7, it's finals, you're a map down. It's not your map choice, right? So you don't know how the other team's playing. You don't know what they've been through. And this is exactly where you need to call the timeout, relax for a minute, and see where you can go through. Because you're playing against such a heavy defensive team. You're playing against a Killjoy. You're playing against an Omen. You're playing against a Sky and a Sage. You're double heal. So you're playing against a team who's so defending and they're playing so well. Came back from a 7-5 deficit, I would say. So yeah, you need to have that timeout to see where you're going wrong.
Most definitely, they need a momentum break here as the Yetis have won 6 rounds in a row. Oh, the stun does go through, however, does not manage to finish him off. Only manages to break the turret, to be honest. But the healers are coming through, so not real any harm done from either side.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, back to 100 HP for both of Raze and Killjoy. Now the ult is going to go through. So Goldo is in a bit of a passive aggressive position as Rudy. Look how deep they're pushing towards mid. Literally, Ike and Rudy literally go towards mid, gets 2 people done, and it is going to be a 5 versus 3. And Goldo is still in towards that CT position. Ike gets 1, Modi gets a double, and Goldo gets the last kill. And, you know, it's 10-7. Yetis are just looking really, 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 really good. And, you know, we've said this before, because they've taken Haven, they've taken Bristol Bargraves' side, it's looking good for them.
Most definitely. The Yetis, they're also investing the Razor. They know how much momentum is important. They do not want to lose it no matter what. So investing the Razor there is worth in their eyes because they win the round and they keep the momentum. And look at their economy. It is booming. However, on the side of the Yetis, it's looking rough. Only half armor, maybe not even full util for some of them.
Yeah, we're going to say this, like, some of them are on 8k and 7k, so like, they lose this round and lose the next one, they still got money to buy. You know, Bargraves, they lose this round. He's 11-7. They got to go to an eco, 12-7. And it's going to be match point and championship point. This is the final that we're talking about. And Bristol Bargraves, they need this round. This is literally do or die right now. And Sane Wolfling needs to be the same Wolfling that we've seen on Breeze on the first map. He needs to go absolutely insane for his team if they want to do something, because Roehampton are looking like the better team and they want that revenge from last week.
Most definitely, they did lose last week and they're not trying to lose again. That is for sure. They're keeping it steady, keeping momentum, keeping it up. That is what you'd love to see. Yetis here deciding to play for a retake as they do have Seekers and Res, so they can play a little slower than usual. Slicing does get the kill. Goldo does straight and the Res comes through, so it is better for the side of the Yetis. And they absolutely clean house.
Wow.
They cleaned house with only Denim being alive. And then 11-7 and a possible eco for the side of the Bargraves. It's looking rough.
Just no chance, just not one person. And if you know, you died, right? So you do get a res coming through, but not one person to die. Even though you get the bomb plan, nothing happened that round. No util that was used correctly, not used util to get a kill. And they're falling down. Literally not one round that I've lost in that defensive. So 6 rounds in a row. Remember, it was 7-3. 7-3.
I don't know how a timeout still hasn't been called. Honestly, like, a timeout is needed. You need to cook something up to break this momentum. Look at this. 6 rounds on defense straight away. If you count the 2 before, it's 8 rounds in a row. You need something here.
And after 4 buy, and you know, it's just not looking good. And you know, we've talked about how, you know, how great the side of Bristol Bargraves started this half. They started, right, with 6-1. You've got to remember, they started with 6-1. They started with a 5-round deficit, 5-round surplus, and now they're on a 4-round deficit. It's like it's flipped on its head. The bomb is down now, so look, Yetis are playing a retake. They're not even scared because Ica is just going through. They don't even care that the bomb is down. The grenade is perfect. Korma gets 1. Same Wolfling gets 1, though, so we still can't get anything done. Denim gets another kill, and Modi, that is a ridiculous ridiculous triple kill. And can he get anything done? It is down against Coleman. A 1 versus 1. Rude Modi is in a 1 versus 1. He's going to get the half bomb. Coleman is looking. Coleman is cold-blooded. Can he get anything done? No, he can't. Modi. And he gets a quadruple kill. And what a round from Modi. And it is a match point and championship point for the Yetis.
Modi, absolutely phenomenal round from him, winning in an absolutely impossible scenario. And now the Bulgarians are once again on half armor. They've been on half armor for the past 4 rounds. Why has the timeout not been called? I'm still unsure. Only Omen Odd being available from both teams here. Once again, the Yetis, as stated before, the economy is booming. They can do realistically whatever they want.
Yeah, it's, you know, 7 rounds, 7 rounds to not lose a round on defense, not at all, not even one, not even close, and to win and to make it 2-1 and potentially 3-1 and to win the championship is ridiculous. Now Sim started off great, but Modi's here now. Good, a great start for the Bulgarians, and same with Flynn. So that is a different Bulgarians than we've seen in the last 7 rounds. But I don't know, I just think it's too late, right? You know, it's 12-7. You might make it 12-8, but we've seen the economy of Yetis. I think they can buy every single round until this game potentially goes to overtime.
They probably can. The Yetis economy is very good. Even if they lose the next couple rounds, they shouldn't be too bad. That's why they're going for it. They don't really need to save. That's the thing. They don't need to save. And the thing is, with however many they kill here, it's going to be so worth. Oh no. They get 2, and Killjoy ult is now available for the side of the Yetis. They decide to instead save it. They don't really have enough time for it to be utilized correctly, and they do. Goldo taking out.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous!
Ridiculous, and that is game.
No, that is completely ridiculous. Golden with a quadruple kill, and we have the champions of the Winter 2023 Valorant season. It is Roehampton Yetis to take a University of Roehampton to win the winter season. And oh my god, Golden 4 kills. That is ridiculous.
Jesus. Some absolutely incredible rounds. 2 4Ks back to back from the side of the Yetis. Like, it's incredible. The Bulgarians, they were looking quite strong at the start of that round, but they just weren't able to really pull through. And that will be game. 3-1 for the side of the Yetis.
I am flabbergasted. We said this before, and we said, you know what? They've got money. They're going to go for the round, right? They have no caring of what about the economy, right? But a 5 versus 2. Golden with quadruple. It was 20 HP. You only need to hit him in the foot, and he's done. He's gone for the floor. You've got the 8th round. You potentially might get to a few more rounds. Potentially might try and go to overtime. But Goldo, cold-blooded, 4K. And that is the end of it. You know, that's the end of, you know, the tournament. And Roehampton Yetis, we got to know they lost last week against the same team.
They did.
To come back, villain arc.
They got their revenge. Yeah, they went on a little training arc, you know, quick offside side mission, never really saw it, and now,
wow.
Well, these are the results. These are genuinely the results of just great play. This was the map pick, as stated before, and honestly, you couldn't really tell during the first half, but after they swapped sides, as I said, they were cooking. They were ready for anything that was thrown at them. Absolutely incredible performance from the Yeti players, especially on Modi there. Just a great job. Here we have the pro team. Hello everybody. They look very excited for this.
Yeah, I think they're
absolutely incredible game.
I think they're as excited as we are, because we've seen in a completely ridiculous game, and to only, what was it, not lose 1 round on defense. 13-7.
Not a single round. They didn't lose a single round. Ever since defense started, they didn't lose a single round.
This is one of the rounds where it was a 5v4. They got bomb planted, and 4 people died within a space of a second. And we are going to see right now that, you know, the Goldo 1 versus 4 that we're going to see now. This is beyond ridiculous, right?
11 HP, not even 20.
Not
11.
Even 20. 11. That's even worse.
Yeah, honestly, that's even worse. He could have got spat on and he would have died. Straight up.
Literally a shot in the foot. And, you know, and that's it. But, yeah, University of Roehampton Yetis to take the final. And, you know, what a game. We almost got split, but it just wasn't meant to be. And it was 3-1. And how are you feeling right now?
Honestly, I'm perplexed. Flabbergasted, concussed, all of those at once. Absolutely incredible performance. Honestly, it was their map pick, and for the first half, honestly, I couldn't really tell. You know, they were a bit disorganized maybe on the attack there, but their defense was solid. They had so many good set plays, great retakes, good util usage, good ultimate usage. It was just great team play.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we were saying about the side of Bristol Bargraves potentially taking a play out of Roehampton Yeti's book to get that do list, and it really worked at the start, but never really worked at the very end. But we're going to go for a short break, and now we're going to come back with some player interviews.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be back in just a bit.
Baby, I've been busy missing you. Say, have you missed me too? Say, have you missed me too? Was this intermission good for you? Yeah, was it good for you? Or are you just confused? Don't think I'm leaving, cause I'm not at all. So if you get hurt, it's unintentional. And I know that what I did was typical. I just needed time to show you what you got. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? A sign from you, telling me you need me here just like I do. All I ever wanted was to make it through. Tell me, how about you? How about you? So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? You say you love me, say you're thinking of me, but you're just lonely. Tell me I'm special, but to you I'm anybody. 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 Anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. You say you love me, say you're thinking of me, but you're just lonely. Tell me I'm special, but to you I'm anybody. 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 Anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. Anybody. But to you. But to you. But to you.
And welcome back to the finals, guys, of the University Esports of UK and Republic of Ireland 2023 Valorant Winter Season. It's me, of course, and then Kubli as my co-caster. And of course, we've got here two of the winners of today from Roehampton Yetis, Modi and Rudy. Guys, how are we feeling?
Hi, man. Feeling great, actually. Just won. It's a great feeling. First time winning time.
That's great. That's great. We've got a couple of questions, of course. It's been, a great best of 4. So just wondering, of course, I've got a first question for Rudy. Now, of course, you missed out the last week. Of course, I think you had a different tournament. So did you think that was potentially maybe the cause of why you lost and potentially winning this best of 5? I think you guys as a core 5 really, really worked on well. So what kind of changed from last week?
Rudy? You can't hear anything.
It's okay. Rudy, it's okay. Can you hear us? It's okay. We'll move on into Modi, no worries.
Okay.
Modi, actually,
Okay.
I think Kubli's got a question for you.
I definitely do. After that incredible clutch you done just around before the final one, 4K, how were you feeling after that round?
Buzzing, honestly.
Buzzing.
It was actually. I don't know. We just locked in for the moment. I don't know. I got like the first 3 kills, and then I put the smoke on the bomb straight away. And Rudy's told me this cheeky little strat for a 1v1 clutch where you get bomb half and tap it as a fake. So the second part of the bomb is squeakier, and they start panicking a lot. I think that helped me a lot in the clutch. Credit to Rudy. Yeah.
That's good, that's good. Another question, of course, talking about 4Ks. How did you guys react when, of course, you got that 4K, but then at the very end of the next round, Gordo comes in and absolutely gets a ridiculous 4K? I'm assuming the vibes was crazy.
Yeah, so, it was insane, because me, Rudy, Aiko, we all 3 died, and then I think Jin was like, oh yeah, let's play to just get exit frags, damage that economy, because I have low buy. And then we get the first 2 kills, and Rui's like, God, we have he's like, nah, I'm not gonna use it. And then God just pops 3 heads, and we're all just screaming. I got the clip and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
It was honestly a ridiculous 4K. Any other more questions from you, Kubli?
I do have one more question for Modi. Obviously, flexing quite a lot. You went from I believe, a duelist to then an initiator, then a controller. Now, was that something that you decided to do, or collectively as a team you decided we need you on this, we need you on that, you know, we want to run double duelist here? You know, how was that really run?
Well, so I've already started out as a duelist, but then I've went into flashes more recently. So I've just been like specific flashes, but as a team we decided to branch out into like smokes and stuff like Omen. And so I've just been like juggling between all 3 roles, and like as a flex player, this is what you have to do sometimes. And I think I think it just went really well today.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a last question from me, of course, is me and Couple, of course, been speaking about this is probably one of the first weeks that we've casted that there actually hasn't been any timeouts involved. Was that sort of like a strategical thing? You guys didn't want to just take time, but literally go straight through it, go straight through the games, literally get it all sorted? Did you maybe think of a timeout but never actually thought of needing one, or what kind of went through your heads of not actually needing a timeout, you know, in those games?
I'll be so real. Personally, I completely forgot they even existed. But
I think we've lost him. We've lost him.
But what we use timeouts for is like it's like to greetings and stuff. But I feel like we were all like locked in our game and just like we're just rolling. And I think it just went really well. Obviously, sometimes like at one point in like the last map, I like towards the end of the first half, I was thinking like, oh, maybe timeout here. But I feel like Rudy was confident to like his calling, and like everyone was like, yeah, no, we know what to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think we do have Rudy actually. Rudy, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we've got one more question each for you, and then we can let the winners go. Of course, I asked at the very start. Of course, Rudy, you weren't here last week to witness the first game of best of 3 against Bristol Bargrave. So, how kind of the momentum, or how did the confidence change from losing, having to go into lower brackets, and then having to to rematch these guys? You know, you didn't have your core 5, of course, because you weren't here. So, did you think that was the main reason, or was there a different reason to the massive change from last week?
I think as a team, like, it's really difficult to play without your IGL there. So I'll take like the kind of blame for the best of 3 last week. But like that's all the more reason to be like super confident going into this, because we're in our full 5. We're playing like our best Valorant. So I think I kind of just used it as like a way to build momentum. And that kind of led on to the timeouts thing as well. Like most of the time I was like super confident going into the next round, and we're a very like momentum based team, like emotionally and in game as well. Yeah. So I just thought we keep the ball rolling, and we just take it round by round. I
like that. Yeah, and you know, it was a really good game from you guys. And Kubli, any other questions for Rudy?
I do have one last question. Obviously, Sunset was your map pick, and you did have quite a bit of set plays, especially with the Omen blind. I'm just wondering what really happened on the offense, because you know set plays were very good on defense. Obviously, you won like 8 rounds in a row. It was incredible. But on the offense, there was a lot of pushback there from the Bargraves.
Yeah, I think they were very good on their defense, but also because we started attack, we were going into it obviously with double sentinel. We were just looking for like 4 or 5 rounds max. I was actually like super happy with the way we recovered that half, because we were like quite far down and we brought it back at the end of the half. Yeah, that comp is like quite difficult to play on attack. It kind of relies on us like defaulting really well. Yeah. And we were a bit slow starting, but like I'm super proud of like all the boys for bringing it back, like keeping the confidence up.
Yeah, of course, you guys did amazing, of course, taking the Winter 2023 Championship with you guys, of course, taking it back to Roehampton. But yeah, thank you, Modi, and thank you, Rudy, for having us. It was a great pleasure, of course, casting for you guys, and I'm sure everyone's happy on your side, you know, to finally win. But yeah, what a game, Kubli, with, you know, it was 3-1, not yet, not very close to a best of 5, almost had split, very close, but the Roehampton Yetis have taken the final. How are you feeling after, you know, a couple of hours of casting and a couple of hours of insane gameplay?
You know, it was definitely tiring, but all of the insane moments definitely kept my energy up and your energy up as well, especially the end right there, 2 4Ks back to back. It was just absolutely incredible. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, 100%. Again, thank you so much to everyone who's watching. Thank you for the production team who's done an amazing job. And of course, us casting has been a pleasure for you guys. And I think that is end to the winter 2023 season. Of course, Roehampton Yetis are your 2023 winter champions. And you know, there is more to come, more tournaments to come, more teams to see. And we will see you guys later.
Right. I don't wanna fall for you, oh no. But you make it so hard. Watching you dance all night, baby, is making me fall hard. Trying to take a deep breath, but I just can't control my lungs. Ooh. Trying to hide my cold sweat, but I just keep on talking in tongues. It's a funny situation that I got myself into. I can help my own frustration, 'cause I think, yeah, I think I like it. I think I like you. Got nothing to lose. 'Cause I think I like you. Tell me if you like me too. How can you move the way you do? It's making me crazy, yeah. You're moving just like you own the room. Make it look easy. I wanna take you away to somewhere we can be by ourselves. I see you looking my way, so maybe it's not all in my head. It's a funny situation that I got myself into. I can help my own frustration, 'cause I think, yeah, I think I like it. I think I like you. Got nothing to lose. 'Cause I think I like you. Tell me if you like me too.